by the way, we should now be live, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, I joined a program for Nassau County Sheriff's Department,
Mm-hmm. So you're an early
and they asked to
sheriff.
volunteer. Yeah, I'm not a sheriff.
Oh, you
I
knew...
can't get a
No,
job
you
with my.
nearly were a sheriff.
Basically, what it does is show you how police stuff works in my little county.
Mm-hmm.
That's for a volunteer to put in handcuffs. The regular handcuffs couldn't fit me, so they put me in prison handcuffs.
They couldn't contain you. Okay, well, stream should be up. Let me actually make sure it's working on my phone.
Oh, I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Yeah, no worries. We'll see if the fact that I have 2,000 subscribers, we'll see if that changes anything.
I'll go subscribe right now, you know.
You weren't subscribed?
What?
You
No,
weren't subscribed.
no.
How could you?
Listen,
Okay,
it was
I've already
a
got people in
big
here.
mistake.
Damn, that was quick. Hey,
Luckily, I
Riley.
subscribe.
Yeah, everybody's in already. We've got 5 viewers. Damn. It's going well.
Luckily, I subscribe to everybody that's a YouTuber in here. So I'm safe.
Okay. So important thing was the stream was working. It is. I would just ask that if you're in the chat right now, please tell me if anything is wrong. I'm talking about sound or anything. Anyway, I am gonna disappear to my own little VC. You know the drill by now. I'm gonna go to a different VC, have a little rundown with myself, and then I'll join you guys in the deployment phase as usual. Best of luck. Please don't crash. No alt tabbing. You all know the rules. You get the drill.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Good luck, everybody.
best of luck. I'll see you
Alright.
guys later.
Good luck.
Thank you, good luck.
Well, we find ourselves all alone again. How are we doing, everybody? Yeah, 5 is better than 0, very true. So, we're actually gonna be having... Oh, hey Arthur, you were just in the VC with me. Something's wrong with this strange Scottish side talking. Yeah, fuck you, clone. Fuck you! I was just singing your praises in the VC before the stream for your battle with Kings of Pagao, which I will not reveal to the viewers yet, but it was a good battle, and Clone was fighting it. So, we had a little agreement beforehand. So in the first stream, we were watching from Gremo Gang's perspective, these guys. And in this team, we have, as usual, we have TFJ. This is like the 5th time they fought this battle. So, the first time this was played, first battle of it, it was TFJ versus Gremo Gang. TFJ won. That was live streamed. The second battle was also live streamed, however it crashed in the first 10 minutes and everybody couldn't make it for another battle. So what we did was we just recorded it in that battle. Gremo Gang won. Then we tried to stream a third one, and the third one, that one's the decider battle between the two. That came down to the last like 20-30 minutes, and in that time TFJ crashed, or at least one of their players crashed, and we had a little sit down, we had a little talk, and it was decided that it would be a rematch. Tom was there at the time. He was helping me cast, but it was mainly down to the fact that TFJ were on the verge of being able to do something. I'm being told to lower the game volume. Hang on. Let me see if I can do that. Let's see. There we go. Game volume is a bit lower now. Let me know if that's good. But anyway, as I was saying, TFJ were right on the verge of their big attempt to break through the enemy. They had gathered a bunch of grenadiers, cavalry, you know, the works. And they did a very, very solid job. And as they tried to break through, I believe it was Amsh, it was one of the two, crashed, which left their entire flank open and the attack collapsed. As well as that, a building on the far right side of the map, for TFJ's perspective, swallowed half of their units, including cavalry, mainly cavalry, which was, again, a problem. And it was this map. This house down here where the 1 is, that's a no-go zone. People will get eaten alive by it. So, hopefully that doesn't happen again, now that they're aware of it. And we're going to see this battle be played again, because I made the point of, I know that you guys were doing really well. and we're watching it from Gremo Gang's perspective again. I know you guys were doing really well, but you know the crash was game changing, and it caused a lot of problems. So anyway, so Gremo Gang's perspective. So far, we have got the British here, so we've got a little British foot contingent. Oh, it looks like it's actually all British foot. I think these are. Oh yeah, so part of the agreement was it was the same
Damn
armies.
this weather, sir!
Oh.
Wet powder makes misfires a certainty.
Yeah, the part of the agreement for the rematch is that it would be on the same map with the same factions, so that there couldn't really be much of a change. So if I remember last time, this British army did the exact same thing. They brought 1 piece of artillery, 3 light cav, and then a shit ton of foot, which is kind of a nice. It's a nice little army for Britain because their cavalry isn't very good. Their artillery is pretty solid, but the spherical case is my favorite. Shrapnel artillery, if you didn't know. Then they've brought all 3 of the elites. So we've got the Lilywhites, Scots Guard here, and the Toros. I believe the Toros are the best, then it's the Scots Guard, and then it's the Lilywhites. On the Russian side, however, they have 2 20-pound unicorns. Then they have a couple of Opolchenia, the Russian militia. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Opolchenia. And the rest is just musketeers, as well as the Semenovsky Guards and the Lithuanian Guard. We also have 2 Cossack Lancers. If you're going to play as Russia, you always bring the Cossacks. Then we have 2 units of Dragoons and 3 light cav. So essentially, both of these armies have gone for the route of not bringing cavalry. I mean, this is a cavalry contingent, but it's a weak cavalry contingent. And last time, the French, it's a double French army, the 2 French armies that went against them brought lots of heavy cav, which means that, really, if the coalition don't play it safe with their cavalry, they will lose all of their cavalry. But they have things to protect. I mean, they've got these 20-pound unicorns, they've got a spherical case. They need to be careful. However, on the French side, I remember one army had essentially just their basic army. The other had a little bit more of an elite one. So, we're going to join their VCs in 1 second. Just going to check the chat, see if anybody's saying anything. Someone didn't restart the game. I told the players about the dynamite. It's Russian strat. Ooh, you told them about the Russian strat. Yeah, I created a little Russian strategy a while ago when you're playing as them. Although I tend to not bring Opolchenia because they're terrible. But, I mean, they work for if you're trying to use militia. But the Russian strategy is essentially to just brick wall your opponent and walk forwards. Generally, if you're playing as a Russian army on the defensive, which they kind of are, what you want to do is you want to look for advantageous positions. So, for example, obviously you'd be wanting to fight in forests or behind the river line. But generally, the Russian army is going to end up somewhere here with part of their force. Essentially, what the Russians... This forest isn't great for it, but what you would do as the Russians is you would advance your line and you would shove them physically out of the forest wherever you can until they're not in the forest anymore. But of course, due to it being such a long forest, that's probably not going to happen. Obviously, we've got the artillery batteries up here. The little pre-game actually built-in artillery redoubts. And this is the evil town of Doom and Despair. So, now that we've had a little chat, let's go speak to the players. Let's see how the players are doing. Let's see what the players are thinking. And never mind, they've actually decided to end the game. Okay. Honestly, didn't expect that. Hang on, let me go speak to them all. Hello. What's
Dan,
happened?
we have a question. Okay, does rain affect shooting?
Yes.
Okay, because it was raining in the beginning of the match, so I don't know if that's gonna.
So what that means
match
is
ever.
that either you guys were just unlucky or somebody didn't restart their game after playing something. Also, I was gonna
could've been.
say, what perspective was it that you guys want me to watch it from? Because I was watching from Gremo Gang's perspective.
Oh, wait, what? I mean,
Oh,
it would
maybe
be better
it's-
if there's. But
It
how
could
does
always
that
be
work?
team 1.
Yeah,
No, it should just be whoever hosted.
that's really weird though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird.
I mean, we can try again, and then if it
Yeah.
just
We'll see what
Is our perspective
happens.
fine.
I don't know if maybe
Yeah.
Spectre is just locked to this one, but Actually, Clones made a good point. Poland 4B might just be always raining. I'm not sure.
Really?
So, from
Yeah,
what I
but didn't
remember,
notice it last time.
what it should do is it should make it so that your reload is a little bit slower. Which
Yeah.
is why it says like the misfire is a certainty. But I'm pretty sure for FCN we kind of toned that down because nobody wants to fight in the rain.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
anyway, everybody
Whatever
restart your
happens,
games. Fully restart
guess.
your games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so who's hosting?
Phosphor, I
Someone
guess.
from TFJ, yeah.
Yeah, I'll host. Just that now my Total War doesn't want to play nice.
Yeah.
Sound like you
Okay,
two.
guys, you're gonna wait 2 extra minutes and I'll restart my PC.
Okay.
Okay.
Are there any blogs on you out to watch this battle?
So yeah, how does it feel being
Yeah.
danger?
No, my
I
god.
did.
How does it feel being in danger?
No,
Yeah.
danger.
No,
Oh,
that's...
Ginger. Oh, Ginger. I thought you were just threatening me there.
Oh my god.
What does that even mean? So
Being
English is not my first
ginger.
language.
Being ginger is good. But you burn very quickly, and that doesn't really happen very often in Scotland. But here it definitely does. Yeah, we basically are. I mean, I was out yesterday, and it wasn't even sunny, for my work, and I got sunburned, and no sun. It was just warm. Yeah,
Wow.
that's because God
Yeah.
hates us.
That must really burn.
Oh my god. I'm really sorry for his behavior, okay? It's not usually like this.
Yeah. Also, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take up the fact, you called it Polish.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you did.
When?
Did he?
Like in the beginning, I looked back on the live streams and you said Gremo Gang was Polish.
No, I said you guys were playing as Coalition. Oh, do you mean as in like one of the earlier streams?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant in this stream. Probably did say
Oh,
that.
no.
I think it was because I tried to figure out what Gremo Gang meant, and so I went on Google Translate and translated it, and it said it was Polish.
Do you want to know what it
meaning?
means?
Yeah, do you know what? As long as it's not something awful, and you
No,
can
it
say it in
isn't, it
stream.
is.
Yes, please do explain the to you now.
So basically, it's this racist thing. No,
Okay.
I'm joking.
Hang on.
No, it's from Swedish, okay? You know, there's the
Oh,
glitch.
Swedish.
Yeah,
Ah.
well, it's not a real word, okay?
Mhm.
But so you have Swedish people, okay? They can be, grish, which is like a culture where you dress up like fancy, and stuff.
Yep.
And then emo,
Mhm.
and and then there's a thing, if you combine those two, which looks really horrific, by the way, and then you get
Okay.
Gremo, okay?
Oh.
Everyone,
okay.
I want to make it known that the only weather option I have is dry. I can't control
Okay.
anything other than that.
Yeah, no, it'll just be hard locked if it does rain.
Yeah.
Which
We'll
is
blame it on the rain.
But as far as I'm pretty sure this was a while ago. Like it was a while ago we did it, but as far as I remember, we did make it so that rain basically does nothing.
Okay.
Well, if you want to blame the rain, blame me. I'm having a thunderstorm outside my window right now.
Ah, that's all your fault.
It's actually so
I live in
Got
Florida.
this set up, you can load it.
While we're in Florida, the state that earth tries to kill you.
Classic. To volunteer to go.
This army build is engraved in my mind.
So
I made it so many times. Yeah.
Yes.
I need to buy a new mic. I sound terrible over stream.
And I messed it up. What did I mess up? Oh.
Are you trying to cheat?
Yeah, do not use
No.
presets of any sort.
Aren't the presets broken?
Oh.
They are for me at least.
Yeah,
Presets are here, Tom.
presets are fully broken. Please do not use
Oh, you
them.
can use them if you have less than
20 units.
21 units.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
And then you
because
can just
the
add-
You could just
the game sets the presets hard cap to 20 because they don't expect mods that add more units.
But what
Hey, Tom.
9 plus 10?
Can the same
Then the
can't
sharper-
armies be more than 20 in Shogun 2? I was trying to kind of finagle it there.
I'm not
You
sure.
can, yes. As long as you click the large army type, it will allow you to do more. Yeah.
Oh wow, Tom's and
Should've
here
got
with
two jobs
the
for.
knowledge.
Yeah, the big brain.
I wouldn't say you're big brain. Someone said Sweden mentioned. Yes. Atomic I
Galatasaray.
left behind me.
Yep.
Oh, someone said Sveric. I knew I recognized that accent. Grisharna.
Yeah, true.
I
Do I have
was
Swedish
I was
accent?
told to say
I don't know.
Denmark's better. So.
No, don't say that. What the fuck is happening?
Oh.
Please don't swear.
Connection.
Okay.
Oh,
connection
sorry.
to-
No. The what's it called?
Bro,
NTW just
you're
exploded.
allowed to swear. It's my stream.
Oh my! I'm
Really?
so sorry. Is this a family-friendly channel?
I
I'm
have
so
said
sorry.
fuck like 5 times
Hey,
already.
don't say that. Come on. There are
Whoa.
Christians in the chat. Okay.
It takes me like
Sure.
4 hours to like.
I'm a
leave
Christian.
out
I don't
the work.
care if you cuss.
I'm also Christian. It was a joke.
What does "Du Gamel de Fria" mean?
It's the national anthem.
Ah, okay. For a second, I realized that maybe I shouldn't have said
no, you
that out
should've
loud
probably.
because it could have just been something awful.
Are you guys able to join?
No, it
my
was like-
my Steam is back up.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. It
So
might have
everyone's
just been you
stream
guys.
just exploded.
Yeah.
Our stream, I mean.
Actually, I saw a message earlier from somebody who was saying that Steam's kind of going through a bit of a rough patch right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
apparently,
universe just does not want us to get a conclusive answer.
I know.
you know
right?
that
The
game
finals.
Deadlock.
No.
Mhm.
Okay, so not a lot of people would because it sucks, but apparently that game is the only game right now that is like struggling server-wise. Everyone's saying it's Deadlock's fault.
Oh.
How could they? But yeah,
Well,
Please, let
go
us
on,
not
if you
have to reschedule
wonder why we
again.
couldn't fight, just play Deadlock.
yeah, I'm blaming Deadlock.
Well,
Well,
One managed to join.
Wait, so what's the code?
Yep. Free.
So it's for free?
haha.
Yeah, thank you.
Germ can't hold against the TFJ machine again. I blame Tomic. I do. I think Tomic is the problem. I think just in general, Tom's the problem.
always me.
Always the problem.
Yeah, it's always me. Oh dear.
So, Tom, are you actually spectating or are you just watching the stream?
Oh yeah, forgot.
That's fucking idiot.
Can you stream it so I can spectate on your screen? I don't want to like make the game.
Oh, you want me to? You want me
It's
to?
live streaming it.
I am live streaming it,
Oh yeah, I mean like on Discord, but I forgot you were live streaming.
but yeah, I would Discord stream it. But the problem would be if I Discord streamed it, it might blow up my
Yeah.
stream and also the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Okay. I will watch the live stream so I don't like mess up with the.
Are you? I'm guessing you're not able to get your PC.
Probably good. It's right.
Please don't walk away again. Yeah.
I won't. I'm sorry. I had to.
My family, you know,
Yes,
they
we're
were
ready to start
DMing me
fighting.
like, oh, are we starting yet? Like, where's Dan? Come back down.
Your family were saying.
I told you my family's the
Wow.
We're welcoming in Sweden.
Exactly.
How do I say that? Norg are batter.
Nej.
Nay.
Oh my
I'm
God.
guessing that means no.
Yeah.
And now they're not.
Do you want to interview us again on our strat and all that?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I forgot. Well, the thing is, I didn't disappear because there was no reason to. But
Okay.
I think we all are still in the same VC. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move everybody to their own VC, and then I'm gonna come back in a second. But I've already went over army comps. By the way, I am once again watching from Gremo Gang's POV, so it must just be
Oh my
hard
God.
locked.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
whatever.
it's hard
fine.
locked.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Fate
It
wins
was
it.
meant to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna start moving everybody now.
There's a way around it.
There's one. I'm just gonna start killing people.
Oh my God.
What the hell?
Hey,
Yeah.
this is whoever loses the tournament gets killed. You know.
Yeah, whoever loses the tournament gets a gun.
We haven't heard from the other teams. You know.
Yeah,
We lost.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
not dead yet. Anyway, so seeing as we are already here, and I've already looked over army comps, let's just get this battle going. Let's just start with you guys. So,
Yeah.
what's the strategy? What's going down? What are we thinking? I noticed you have the exact same arms as last time because that is what we had before.
Well, you might not notice, but I'm going all infantry. You know. We haven't talked
I
about
have
this before,
noticed
but
this, yes.
And
I quite like it, honestly. I gotta
Yeah,
say, I like that as an idea for Britain because they're kind of like America in the cavalry department, except they're slightly better at cavalry than America, but their heavy cavalry is not worth it, especially when you're against a French army. And also, it gives you more space for infantry, which is what you are the best at in the game for, and also you get more money for your elites. So yeah, no, I definitely like it.
And you know, like we played Britain in an earlier match in the tournament. You know, like one of the first ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you covered that match, and it was completely horrible. You know, because we were new to FCN.
Yep.
So this is redemption. You know.
This is redemption, exactly. And also the shrapnel artillery, big fan. And
It's great.
Wellington. So on the Russian side, of course, there is the 2 unicorns. There's a lot of a cavalry squad, but no heavy cav. Is what I'm noticing.
Dragoons.
Yeah,
It's,
just
50-50.
I think we had this exact conversation.
We did have almost word for word the exact same conversation. I also
50-50.
I heard that apparently you guys might have spoken to Aswood.
Aswood. Oh,
yeah,
right.
apparently I heard that you guys might have got a couple of tips on how to play as Russia.
Yeah, kind of.
And by that I mean he just told you my strategy for Russia.
Okay. Just
so,
floating your own boat.
so all I'm saying is that if you mess up as Russia,
Oh no.
God,
you
Please
know,
don't.
I will
No.
I will flame you.
Oh no. This is a ginger superpower.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, I believe so just run me through what your strategy is again. Where are we going?
Okay. Yeah, we'll just sit there and shoot at them. That's the plan. And if they try to push somewhere, you know, we'll try to combat that. You know, we'll send some reserves.
Okay, so you guys are
Yeah,
going to be a
we'll make-
reactionary force. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is there
Just the same thing.
anything else you guys want to share before I go into your opponents?
I don't know. We're
no.
better than last time. Okay.
Okay.
We've been training day and night. You know.
Wow.
I haven't
You better.
done it lately.
You better.
Yeah,
okay.
Dan, why are you forcing me to do this? I want to do
I'm sorry. I needed the views. I needed the views in the
I haven't
tournament.
seen my family for days.
Don't worry, they're watching. So you know, if you fuck up,
Oh, no.
if you fuck up, they're gonna see it, and you're never gonna see them again.
Jesus.
You will never see them again if you lose this.
Yeah, they're
battle.
going to the Russian gulags if you lose this. So,
Yeah.
Oh my
They're going to
God.
the Scottish gulag, which is just like any
Oh,
size.
no. I'm going to Glasgow.
Yeah, you're going to Mary Hell. Oh no.
Oh my God.
You go to Mary Hell, it's over. You're never coming back.
Oh
What are you
my
gonna do? Just
God.
give them alcohol and tell them to drink to death?
Okay. Well, is
You're
there?
sending me out to find the unicorn?
Yeah, you're gonna go find the unicorn. Well, now that we've gotten the strategy out of the way, is there one last thing you'd like to say to your loyal viewers who are flooding my chat right now?
You know, as always, you know, shout out to the family. You know, they're in the crowd, third row. We're
Shout out
watching.
number 49. You
Yeah.
know who you are. And shout out DJ Garen.
Shout out the Chingo, Abdo, Chris. Not that Chris, other Chris.
You don't want to shout about
You don't want to show it.
You don't want to do that. It appears out of nowhere.
Horrible
starts
idea.
About Napoleonic facts at you, like.
And
He's gonna read the Constitution again.
shout out Sigma Kevin.
Sigma
Oh my
Kevin.
god.
Big shout, Sigma Kevin.
No, stop.
Okay, well, good speaking to you guys, and best of
thank
luck in
you.
the battle. Please don't crash,
And try.
and we'll see just how well you guys do. I'm watching you.
Thank you. No,
All right, bye bye.
no pressure.
Good luck.
For-
Hello,
speaking
hello,
of,
hello. Speak of the devil, and he will come, and I am the devil.
Yep.
Okay.
Not in like an
I
emo
guess
way though.
Characterization.
Yeah, characterization. Yeah. So, how are we doing? How are we doing? What's going on?
Well.
Tom's here
Well,
too.
it's finally not raining anymore.
Actually,
so
yeah,
that
that's a
won't
good
be
point.
an
It's
issue.
not raining. Yeah. So,
Doesn't rain make fatigue lower? slowly?
generally it does, but also makes the firing, like it makes reload speed slower. So I'm guessing you guys are just kind of bringing the same armies as you did last time. Obviously, both of you playing as First French Republic. So last time you guys got lots of heavy cav. You had some nice grenadier reserves. You had some good front lines. Are we going to be seeing the same again?
Some what?
Are we going to be seeing the same armies again?
Oh, I mean, since it's a rematch, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That was a trick question.
I mean,
It'd be
if
a
it's
problem
not, there
if
would
we
be
saw
a
Yeah.
different armies.
Yeah.
True. So the other thing is, I'm guessing you guys aren't going to be pushing so heavily on the right, around the evil house
The
of
cursed
Doom.
house.
Yes, the house that managed to
watch
kill
out.
like
The
5
house.
units.
Yeah, 6 actually by
Was
the
it
end.
6? Oh my god.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
did that to us. That happened to us in a recent video as well. Of course, we still beat Dan.
Yeah, because
But,
I had
because
half
Dan
of an
sucks.
army.
Dan, it's okay. It's okay, Dan. Just like
I hate you. I hate you.
It's all right.
I hate
Why don't
you.
you concentrate on this battle, Dan? You might learn something if you watch closely.
Fuck you.
Yes, you might want to also do grenadiers and militias next time you play.
Oh yeah.
Oh
sure.
yeah, well you know, yeah.
Ah, well, maybe you'll learn a thing or
Sussed
two,
me out
Tom.
already.
Maybe you'll learn
Yeah,
a thing or
I
two
will.
from this battle. Now you're going to be
I don't know
watching
why you-
armies that are
I'm
normally.
taking notes, Dan. I'm taking notes.
You better be. Anyway, getting that out of the way, I would talk a little bit more about your armies if I could see them, which unfortunately I cannot because for some reason the spectate bug is kind of broken. But what's the general strategy down for you guys? What are you thinking?
I think that there must be a change because they have seen, push in the center, so, even pigeons don't fall with the same traps twice. And
Oh.
I
Well,
think
that was the
there will be a slight change in plans,
Oh, okay. I'm listening. I'm intrigued. So, is there anything else you'd like to add before we start this?
Just consider that we were 6 units down and winning. I think this time
Okay.
it will win even harder.
There's some confidence there. So, just one last final thing, as usual. Is there anything you'd like to say to the loyal fans that are watching you right now?
Well, as last time we were doing it for them, we'll carry the name to the finals.
Carry the name TFJ to the finals. All right. Well,
Check out Taskforce Jackal.
Taskforce Jackal. Yeah. Shout out to you all. So it's been good to speak to you guys. I think I'm gonna disappear to a recording VC, but I am ready whenever you guys are. I'm gonna join their VC and make sure they are too.
Ready.
You guys.
Hey,
So are you guys ready with your deployment?
Affirmative.
You are ready. Okay, I'll join their VC. Let them know. And let
They're
battle
ready
commence.
too. They sent me
Are
over.
they? Are they? Okay, well, I guess everything's ready. I will disappear to my VC. Best of luck. No crashes. Have a good battle. Have fun.
Great stuff.
Right, I'll see you guys later at the end of the battle. Right, good luck. Okay. Wow, well. Look what the cat dragged in. So,
T-shirt one day.
I will have to put that on a t-shirt one day. Hello to everybody. I'm seeing a couple of people saying about earlier you guys were saying about the game volume. So game volume right now is actually turned down to about half on my stream, but
Sounds good.
I can actually change it now that I'm in here, because if I change it, it will make it so that, so right now I can do this with my camera, I can go as high as I want, I can go wherever I want. If I change the settings at any point in the game, it turns that off. It's actually called debug camera. We have started. Yeah, it's called debug camera, and it will break it, so it will ruin the spectator experience. So I'm gonna not do that.
I've just checked it. It sounds fine to me.
Okay, good. They're lying to me.
But then I am deaf, so
You are deaf, and you're also blind. You know, the old ages
yeah,
get
I'm
to
not really sure if I'm even on your stream actually.
Yeah, you might be watching someone else's stream. You've done that before. Alright, so having a little view at this battlefield, we've got some Cossack Lancers shoved right into the back of the map. That is sneaky right there. That is sneaky, sneaky,
Nice play.
sneaky.
Very nice play.
Very nice play. We've also got the usual Cossack skirmishers popping up. I think these guys are deploying stakes right now. Or are they just... No, I don't think they can deploy stakes. I think they're just really thin. We've also got the Guerrilla Mikodet band, or whatever they're called. That's just allied Guerrilla band. Sitting here in the choke point in the town. And we're seeing the coalition.
Yeah, good
walking
deployment from the
forward.
British, because you don't normally expect them to bring guerrilla units, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm
like that.
liking the British Army. It's going to be good to see, because realistically, for the French to possibly beat this British Army, they're going to have to rely on good charges. But the main thing that is going to win them is artillery superiority, because the British only have one gun, and
Yeah.
it's a 9-pound gun as well. So they should be able to
Special,
outrange
right?
it. Yeah, it's a spherical case. So, it is a very special cannon, very expensive cannon, but it is only one cannon. So,
Yeah.
if the French can snipe that with artillery, catch it with some light cav, anything, then they have total artillery superiority over the left side of the battle. Not to mention the fact that the only real artillery other than the spherical case is the Russian unicorns, which, yes, unicorns, great range, awesome cannons, but they're going to be centralized. They're going to be in this little redoubt, which is perfect for them, but they're going to have to... It means that the far left flank of the British and the far right side of the Russians is basically undefended from artillery, and there is no round shot artillery in the coalition side at all.
Interesting.
So,
I was going to ask you, is that £220 or 210?
220s.
Okay, so that's 2,000 gold. That's a huge investment for the Russians. So you can either, I think it hasn't come out yet. But actually, did you live stream that one with me and between me and Clone?
No, that was just
Anyway,
a recording.
yeah. So what I was going to say is you've got a choice of Russia. If you bring the unicorns, they're going to beat any other artillery, pretty much long range. They've got, as long as they don't get shot directly by another artillery piece, they're pretty good. They cost so much money that you're sort of sacrificing at least 7 to 8, maybe more units of infantry. So you really are playing more defensive Russia rather than aggressive Russia.
Yeah.
So we'll see what he says.
Well, you certainly still can be an aggressive Russia with 20-pound unicorn,
Yeah.
because if you're bringing 20-pound unicorns, the reason you're bringing them is that obviously the way you play as Russia is you walk forward, you walk through your enemy, you push them off their defensive positions, because that's what Russia does. You're just a manpower wall, and you're a threat, and you're constantly a threat. And so when you're playing as Russia, generally the way you play it is you point at an enemy part of the line that you know you're eventually going to push through. So you can look at something that's maybe a little weaker, or maybe the gap between the two enemy armies, so that you can create a little punch through the middle of them and split them. You know, you're looking at some area that you want to destroy, then you turn your unicorns at it and you eradicate not the front line, but the reserve line. And once you've got rid of most of the reserves and you've told them, if you put reserves here, they will die, then it means that that area is super weak and you can punch through it. And that's the point of a unicorn.
Exactly.
It's not really... It's good for defense, but it's a very strong offensive weapon, because it tells your opponent where they can put their units, and it shows them where they can.
Yeah, I suppose what I was saying is if you bring them, you are looking to play it at least initially defensive, because you want to get your use out of them.
Yeah, yeah.
And weaken that back line.
Yeah, you need to
If you don't
get
bring them,
money
then you can kind of hit harder sooner with the Russians.
Yeah. What I do think, though, is the choice for Russia to not bring any heavy cav. So cavalry is a very odd thing in FCN, where people will bring heavy cav. I always bring a unit of heavy cav because it's just so, it always gets its money back.
Versatile.
And it's very versatile, yeah. And the fact it's a roaming inspire that can move quickly is great.
Yeah.
But also not bringing heavy cav gives you more money, and this is one of those moments where it kind of does work, because as Russia, you have a big army, and you'll be able to cover most of the battlefield. Plus, your unicorns are very good at killing cavalry, because one shot really kind of disables a cavalry unit. Speaking of cavalry, we have a little maneuver here on the right side with some carabiners against some Russian Sumi hussars, but essentially what I'm trying to say is that Russia doesn't necessarily need heavy cavalry because their front line is so secure. And though they have the manpower to form a little wall, which is what the Oblachenia are for, if I remember, they're going to just place them in a square around the unicorns because they're cheap. They're just essentially a cavalry deterrent. So by not bringing that heavy cav, it allows them to bring those, or at least some of those units that they're going to be missing out on because they brought unicorns. If they brought the unicorns and heavy cav, then they're going to start getting
Another
outmanned.
1,000 gold.
Yeah, that's another 1,000 gold. That's when they're going to start getting outmaneuvered, out-manpowered. And if you're out-manpowered as a Russia, you've lost.
So it is a difficult decision, unfortunately.
Very
The British
difficult.
have a similar decision, really. They don't really need to be heavy cav. But they do have to focus on do I bring what kind of like expensive infantry do I bring, and can I get use out of them?
Our men are running, sir.
Russian, the French cavalry, they're going through a building, probably not the best use, but they are just
Yeah, they were just wiping out some
Interesting.
pesky units.
interesting. Both French players seem to be bringing the carabiners, which are a decent heavy cav unit. They're not the best one, but they are a decent one, probably just for the money to get that inspire and also just to get that better cuirassier unit.
Oh, they need to be
but-
very careful here with their cavalry. They're walking a little too close to the building.
Oh no, again. Yeah, they need to just keep the cav out of that town. If they go into that building this time, I think it's a good decision. They gotta be
Yeah,
careful.
that's going to be their fault.
Very careful.
Oh, they have noticed and they're pulling them away. Okay. They might be okay. Yeah, they've not been consumed, thankfully. But yeah, so I do like their choice of heavy cav because if we remember the first battle TFJ played, who were they against again? I can't remember. They were against they were against a team, doesn't matter. But the first game that we watched TFJ play, and I believe that was on your channel, or was that on mine? Either way, it was on one of the channels, TFJ played.
Yeah.
But when they played, they brought 2 French armies, and they brought lots of heavy cav, and their entire strategy. They were actually on the same map. They were playing as where the coalition were. And
right, yeah, that's right.
they were really successful with their heavy cavalry because they did a grenadier charge, and then they went round the flanks of their enemy with the cavalry, and they won the battle single-handedly from one move because they're very competent cavalry players as well. So they know how to use heavy cavalry. They know how to exploit an enemy line with cavalry. So I think them going for the cavalry is a good decision here, especially when
It's
you're
a good
going up
decision,
against
yeah.
a faction like Britain, because they know for a fact. I mean, they've got Saint-Culat, the typical French kind of line that Chris and you have popularized.
I know.
Oh, the Russians have spotted the grenadier step over here.
Oh no.
But yeah, because they've brought this line, I think the French are very aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of the shots landing, they're moving them now. Again, showing it's the Russian unicorn use of just getting units to move.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good tactic.
But as I was going to say, the French Saint-Culat, they know for a fact, realistically, they are never going to win the gunfight. Because even if they brought standard line, their standard line probably, again, would lose to British line. They wouldn't trade as well as the British line would, especially with an army bringing this much British line. We're actually seeing a little bit of a gunfight immediately. I mean, 2 men dead in this unit. Let's see what they fire back.
Here's the thing as well.
How heavens that earth, sir?
They actually killed them.
Great job from the British.
Fantastic job, Britain, of making me look stupid.
You said they were good, Dan.
They are!
Anyway, they're not keeping their grenadiers in view of the Russians this time, which is a perfect move. Last time they kept them in view, just for necessity's sake, and got 2.5 the battle. But now they kept them further back, the Russians have no idea where they are. Where they are.
Oh, Except they did just hit them.
Oh dear.
I think they had an attack order on them, so they kind of know the general idea they
Oh
went.
yeah, disgusting. Yeah.
Very cheeky. They are
Really
currently
quiet.
getting,
Can you hear me now, Chloe? Is that better?
they're getting shut up a little bit by the Sankalat already losing the gunfight. They are getting shot in the back by Cossack skirmishers. Those things. Pay attention, Gremo. Anyway, what I was gonna say is, because they know for a fact their Sankalat aren't going to win against the British line, because, I mean, unless they pull something majestic, like if they pull one of the moves that they really should, if you're playing as militia, you kind of are forced to play like a Russia, where you just use that manpower to walk up close to your enemy and point blank follow them and just use your numbers. Obviously, that's a lot harder to do with militia, because militia will break. But realistically, that's not going to happen. It's really hard to do that.
Right.
You need lots of practice. So realistically, the only way that they know for a fact they can beat the British is with cavalry. If they win against the cavalry of the British, which aren't very good already, we know for a fact the British cavalry sucks. It means that it's going to make it a lot easier for them to kill the very expensive units with cavalry. And we're already seeing British trying to snipe a 12-pounder.
Following orders.
Very sneaky move, although they realise that it is pointless because there was dragoons waiting for them. And the Sankalat form a square.
Yeah, that's good.
Gremo gang.
Our men are running,
TFG.
sir.
Paying attention.
Because they lost
To be fair to Gremo gang, despite that not working, they did use it to their advantage. That once the unit was in square, they ran up nice and close. They're going to follow them. The gunfight has begun on this side. It is 2 units of British versus 3 Sankalat. And realistically, that's the trade Britain is fine with taking, because they're going to win that. Ooh, but they are getting canistered by that 12-pounder.
Yeah, honestly, it's not great because they are trading one. But the thing is, I was going to say, where is that 7th place? Where is that?
Oh. The unicorns still tracking the units over here. And it looks like they got hit. And they've one of their unicorns potentially firing at the consular guard as well. Actually, no, both of them are back here.
Where's that spell? You just don't find it because that's the
Back here. They've not moved it yet.
Yeah.
It's still up there. And the other thing that I've noticed that they haven't moved yet is one of their elite units, the Kiddy Scots Guard, the best melee unit they have, because Britain doesn't have grenadiers. I think they just forgot about it.
Moving up. Yeah, it doesn't have grenadiers.
Oh.
Combat the French grenadiers.
I know why you're quiet, Tom. It's because I turned down the game volume, and because I turned down the volume of the stream, it means it turned you down.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
So you're just gonna have to
max game.
Yeah.
On my mic right now.
I mean, I hear you perfectly fine. You guys will just have to enjoy my voice. Yeah.
That's going to do.
I mean, look at this.
British Grenadier March, but
Oh, British getting torn apart by that 12-pounder in the hell, showing why they need to kill him.
Gun up. That gun will deal damage and that will.
It's a fantastic counter battery gun, and they are now moving it. Although they're moving it to the left, they're not putting it on the same redoubt as they did last time. Probably a wise choice, because right now it's hidden.
I think so.
And if they had put it up here, it gives the 12-pounder free range to just blow them apart. I was going to say as well, I mean, look at the trade over here. 40 men lost 9 units, 40 men lost 1, 5 more on that one. I mean, they are kind of getting destroyed on this side. This one unit is taking a lot of gunfire, but these units, 1 man dead, 3 men dead. You know, they're trading really well for Sankalat. They can only bring so many units, and they're currently losing them. They're actually reinforcing left with another unit. Russia just kind of posturing against their French.
Doing well. They've dealt a lot of damage against the French Grenadiers. They need to keep doing that. I think.
Yeah. Oh, what a shot!
Oh, that was
Follow about 7.
God now.
Yeah, they're gonna break. They're gonna spam shatter. They're gonna spam shatter.
satané-là.
Yeah, the spam shattering, by the way. So it's a little bit of terminology teaching. Spam shattering is when a unit breaks, then doesn't break, and comes back, then breaks again, and then comes back, and then breaks again, and that just means that unit is never going to come back. It's a really weird mechanic.
Well, thank you, Professor Dan.
No problem. But that one shot as well, not only did that shot land on a cannon, kill the crew of the cannon and the cannon itself, it also hit the unit behind it. So a very worthy shot. I've got to say, that one shot has paid off one of the unicorns in my mind.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah, because they were really doing the damage as well. That was still usually hit though. That's the only thing that's counter battle at this point.
Well, I'm pretty sure the French probably have another gun somewhere that they've just not used yet. I can hear units getting. Yeah, that unit. Great enfilade shot. Okay, still moving to the left. Oh, that's where the other gun is. It's in this forest. That is sneaky. Look at the enfilade. Look at the enfilade capability here. One shot could do so much damage. Beautiful placing. Oh, the British are moving even better into the enfilade.
Yep, just yeah.
And the best part is you can see that they were setting up because the cannon was put there. It's only just activated. But they've been slowly pulling their line back to actually pull them into the enfilade. Oh, this is really messy.
Those French grenadiers are actually in between the two French lines. They're going to come to that gap and hit them.
Yeah.
That'd be really bad.
Oh no, they're actually pulling this army back now as well.
I'll be up.
I mean, I don't know, they would have to pull these units past the artillery and keep these ones here. Arguably, I would have kept their line here and just traded because the enfilade will pay for itself.
Yeah.
And they're actually kind of cutting off their own enfilade because I reckon that if they fire another shot, it's going to hit their sans-culottes instead and slow down the cannon. I mean, who cares? But the problem would be that it would slow down the shot and kill less men. Over here, we just heat. Very aggressive. I mean, we've got 2 units fighting off 3, and these units are kind of getting torn up a wee bit. I mean, they've lost only 50 men. These are now just normal unit, normal size.
The Britain are playing against the Russians, playing against the British.
Yeah, it's a bit odd. I mean, Russia has advanced a little bit more. They're in their nice thick chunks. The one thing I will notice as well with this, that I'm very happy to say, everybody is in the correct lines. I'm not angry. Nice. Everybody's in the perfect length. I mean, look at this. British lines, perfect. They've got 2 lanes to fire. One perfect. They've got the same with all of these units. Very uniform, very uniform. Sans-culottes as well, perfect. Russia is very nice. The 4 lanes, perfect for Russia as well. It's really good. So you can tell that now that we're in. Actually.
Honestly, I was about to say when
We've already got a Russian grenadier charge over here. Do we have an elite? We do not have an elite. We'll have to see how well this goes. Britain immediately put in the cavalry. This is why you need an elite. These guys are suffering morale-wise. They should win this, but Britain does have more men than they do. I think it was a good move here because eventually this sans-culotte line would get shoved back to the point that Britain would technically be controlling the house. Yeah, light cavalry. Showing why you don't need heavy. They have charged the one unit back, but they've pulled in the second unit, which means that there's going to be another unit of grenadiers here. Sans-culotte actively firing on the British, but yeah, here's the British general as well. Yeah, there goes the grenadier. There goes the grenadier. This is costly. Here comes the carabiners, the cavalry coming to help. If that cavalry can get there in time, it might actually win them the whole melee over here because it's got Inspire. Really, they should have had the cavalry over here with them.
Not only that though, is that cavalry itself is kind of ideal. Lots of group units where it's
Yeah, here comes It is now being implemented, and there's no... They've pulled the general back, which is good. This British unit won't be able to form square because it is currently in melee. They do have some Moscow Dragoons coming to help them. The square case are also being set up. We've got light cavalry coming in to hit them on the flank. This unit is tired. It could break from the flank charge.
Too far away.
Oh, no, it's morale dips. Oh, it might break from the side charge.
Our men are running, sir.
British unit breaks. Here comes the other British cavalry. Breaks. Okay, this has been successful now. The problem is these units are now lacking morale. They don't have any Inspire units behind them. This Sankula has just been, I mean, it's pushed up as far as it really should be, but now it's just getting obliterated. We've got a Grenadier on the flank though. Although I will say, oh, a shot from the artillery. 20 men dead in that unit. Field case is firing now though, but it might hit the backslide men. They fire like round shot, but they hit like a howitzer. Yeah, they need to get an elite unit over here for these Sankula. They're starting to lose too many men, and their morale's dipping. But this has been successful so far for the French. Very successful charge. They did a good job here. They broke 2 units of British, which is very expensive for the British. And they've also forced the British to pull some reserves, one of their reserves being Lily Whites, their elites. They've still left another elite in the back. Yeah. Oh, they've lost 3 men in their spherical case already. They're creating...
I think the counter battery is now
yeah, it really is. But they've realised that they need a gap to fire with. So they've created a gap by pulling their lines back. Very nice. Does leave this one well exposed, but it should be fine. Oh, spherical case already ahead.
Yeah, the problem they've got right now is that the French batteries above their units, they can hit them.
Yeah.
British batteries are not, which is it's always like.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the damage right here from the artillery. I mean, you can see these clear-cut lines. I mean, this unit is down to 200 men. It got hit there as it was moving back. But the problem here for the British is they're getting counter-batteried and they're losing the counter-battery. And as well, because their guns here, I just saw a shot barrel through and hit this unit. And they've actually got crossfire now because here's their other cannon. They've got 2 cannons firing in the same position.
Yeah, hard. They can't move that now.
Yeah, they can't move it, and it's only a matter of time until that loses its limber. So a very precarious spot. I will say as well, I think the reason that they didn't have carabiners around here is I think they were playing it safe. Because if they had brought their cavalry through here, it might have got stuck in the house. So, fair enough.
Yeah.
I will say, I think if anything big happens, it's going to be in this left side because they've already got the standpoint, they've already got the LC. In fact, I think they're winning by LC right now. But right now, the British are extended. They don't have any reserves on this side. I mean, as Britain, you tend to not have reserves, but this British army is quite large, and so most of the reserves are in the centre and a little bit to the right.
Yeah.
This is
British are winning by LSE, but only just by 1.
Okay.
They have a central point, but the central point is always very, not ideal.
Well, this is a 2 point, so it's 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, the British are winning. Yeah, coalition are winning.
Only by 1.
Yeah, but the point of the matter is still that right now this is the weakest point of the British line. They are outmanned. There's lots of grenadiers here that right now are just recovering, and they're all fresh, or at least one of them is. There's heavy cav on their flank that can get around them. The only cavalry that can really contend with them is dragoons and light cav, and I'll tell you one thing: carabiners will kill both of those.
Yeah, they will easily kill. Honestly, that spherical case is dead. It needs to start doing damage to important units rather than counter battery. It's not going to do anything counter battery against a fortification.
Oh, they're taking the risk here.
They're going to try and push on the Russian side, or they're going to push on the French side.
Oh, big legs, big.
Yeah, I'll limbering up.
Yeah, big legs, big though.
Uh-oh.
Please no crash. Please no crash. I'm gonna check the Discord to make sure nobody.
I'll check.
It dropped me.
It dropped you.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, is it?
Oh, someone. Nah, their game crashed too.
Oh no. Oh, yay.
Woohoo! I'm
We
so
love this game.
happy.
So good.
This does mean that I can turn you up now, though. So.
Oh, I might have to go anyway. Unfortunately,
Ah,
I
right.
only got time for one.
Fair enough.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Where's Tom? Tom is still in his VC.
Always when things are going well, the game crashes.
He had a bridge on the back foot.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good battle, but yeah, Crash sucks. I will say as well, Breton, were you aware that you'd left one of your elites behind?
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh.
you had your Scots guard still in its deployment.
Reassuring.
Oh, well, you know, they're so important, you know, I wanted them to be safe.
True, true. That's a
Do you
good
think we should
reason.
try a different map? Is this one crashing too much?
Usually it
Is this the
doesn't.
one? Yeah.
Usually the Poland map crashes the most.
It's crashing. We have the demon house hitting units.
Yeah. This time it didn't
Yeah.
need any units.
That's good.
Everything was going perfectly until
It was doing both. Yeah, excellent play. We were enjoying the back and forth. To be honest, it was great.
Yeah.
Should we try to do a rematch or?
I am
What's the opinion?
fully able to be there for a rematch if you guys want to do it. I'm happy to continue the stream.
Yeah,
I'm
of
down.
course.
Same here.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody good for
Make
that?
sure to restart your games.
Yes, everybody restart your games. And Tom, you were saying you might have to go.
Yeah, I'll have to dip, guys. But best of luck to both of you, and I will
Yeah.
see you on the other side.
Yes,
All right.
you will.
Should we host this time? Since it's like
Sure.
our,
Doesn't matter.
our
Yeah,
side,
host this time, sure.
Yeah. Because we've already done the pre-match stuff, I'm not gonna bother joining you guys again and
Yeah, that's
running through everything. So just whenever everybody's ready, let's just start and try and get this battle over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's annoying. It's annoying, but what can you do?
It is.
What can you do?
It's part of the game.
If
Yeah.
we get another crash, what are we gonna do?
If we crash
I am blaming the
again,
map.
yeah, if we crash again, I think we blame the map and we try and play somewhere else.
All right.
That's annoying. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Also, I don't know which army it was because I don't think it was showing names, but the French army on the left, so your French right, coalition left, when you did that charge and you ran your cavalry past everything, was your cavalry only over there because you were too scared to go through the house? Because that's what I guessed.
I think it went
I
down.
was nearly ate the cav at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The devil house. It's feasting for more truth.
Okay. Yeah, if Grievous Emblem makes a remaster, and they just need to make it sayable. Like, see if they remastered this and made it. The main thing I would ask for is actually like a multiplayer campaign that's like multiple players rather than just two. That'd be fun.
Agreed.
But
they can do it because Warhammer has 8 players.
Yeah, I mean they
That's what it is.
a remaster would be great. Yeah.
Why don't they do like Hearts of Iron do?
Yeah, like, do you mean as in like for
Like
the
80
remaster?
players.
Oh yeah, every nation is playable. For a second, I thought you were just asking if I wanted to play Hearts of Iron.
Let's settle this.
I'd play Hearts of Iron. I still think I'd still be really down for like a Paradox game night where we just have a Paradox game hosted on the server and everybody joins.
156.
Yeah. What's the password?
What's the password?
132. Oh no, what did I mess up?
Oh yeah, no, it's just I thought it's still 333.
What?
To remake the army.
No, I mean like yeah, my something's wrong with my.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
You have the right
disappear to my VC. Arthur, if you're gonna be here, it'd be good if you could jump in between the VCs and figure out when everybody's ready, just to get this started.
Oh, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, huge. Thank you. I appreciate that.
And when both teams starts, I just go to a different thing and wait for the battle's over.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for doing that. Everybody, as usual, fingers crossed, no crashes. Have a good game. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Well, here we are again. They've split into their VCs. I'm in my own one. Please, for the love of God, can this not crash? Yeah, I think there is a Napoleon mod for Hoi 4, and part of the reason I know there is one is because I used to be a writer in it. I used to help them with some of the lore stuff, and by used to help, I mean I wrote like 3 things and then never spoke again because I was busy and I left the server, but they were really cool guys. I think if people were up for it, I might be able to ping out later and see if people would be up for it. But I would be so down for like a Paradox game night where we all just play like Hoi 4, or we do like a CK3 night. You know, that'd be fun. Yeah, President Tomic versus Dictator Dan, and have a bunch of players playing as a cabinet. Well, the thing is, I've got... Oh, here we go, we're loading in. I've got Tom and Chris. Both of them have Hearts of Iron 4, and I think they're thinking about getting CK3. The only problem is I have like 800 hours in Hoi 4 and about 500 in CK3. So by normal standards, I have absolutely no experience compared to most people that play it, because usually they have like 20 million hours. But Tom and Chris have literally just got it. Like they got it a while ago, and I don't think Tom's even played it yet. Chris is maybe 10 hours. So I don't know if it would be very fair if we did a battle where it was like Tom is the president versus me as a dictator, because he would lose, because he doesn't know how to play the game at all. I did a battle against Chris as well where he was playing as Germany and I was playing as France, and it was just to see if I could hold, and I did. And we've left again. What happened? Oh, for God's sake. What happened this time?
We kind of messed up our setup.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Yeah, we're doing a rehost because they messed up their setup.
Fine. Up until we actually spawned in, we were in the correct placements.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alright, make sure to restart.
Yeah. Oh well. Restart. This is like the 8th time we've played this. Oh God. Right.
It'll get there.
Yeah, it'll get there. All right, I'm gonna disappear to my VC. Otherwise, the password just gonna be 132 again.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Right. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Okay. Attempt 8. Oh my God. EU4 game night would be funny. That one would be more even, because I have played maybe 50 hours of EU4, and I'm not a big fan of it because I think it's really confusing and it's got like 1 trillion DLCs. The only game I have all DLCs for is Hoi 4. Balance the co-ops. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I think it might be funny if we had me, Chris, and Tom co-oping Germany, and we get like allies against us. Like we can. I think allies against us is fair, or we just have Soviets against us. That might be a fun video, or even just a fun thing to try, because it would teach them how to play the game, but I would still have control over what they're doing. Oh, President is in, he just tells what people to do. I mean, if he just sat in America, he would just be doing that. Coalition versus Dan as usual. I know. When do I get the coalition? When do I get allies? Never. That's when. Do. 2, 4, 2, 4. Oh my god. Over 3,000 hours. This is what I mean. The people that play High 4 play High 4. And only play High 4. Okay, I am gonna quickly go and grab a drink while this battle starts. Don't go anywhere. I'm watching you. Okay, I am back. Yeah, Napoleon did have to create his own allied states. That is true. I have had to do that. Yeah, Hoi 4 is short of 3k hours. Exactly. See, the two people that replied about Hoi 4, both of them have over 3,000 hours. I mean, come on. Yep, 2,300 hours. Yep, exactly. My door sounds like a Minecraft Esmic. Thank you. Yes, I am the coalition in the 1812 campaign. That's true. However, I'm not really coalition. I'm allied to the coalition, but I was playing with the natives. So, you know, maybe if I wasn't allowed to. I was actually asking like, am I going to be playing as Britain or am I going to be playing as France? Like not France, like Britain or America or what are we doing for 1812? And Chris said, "You're playing as the natives because they'd be too difficult to play for anybody else." They had to handicap me. They had to stop me. Only 730 hours. Oh, okay. Kind of sticking around the same as me. And you play smaller nations to make it fair. Yeah, true. You could be a good advisor to Tom as well, or Chris. Yeah, so it's the exact same armies as last time. I'm guessing they're going to just move to the exact same places as last time. Are they gonna put a cavalry unit back here again is the question. I really hope they do, because that worked. It was gonna be a really smooth attack if they had a unit here, because I reckon about halfway through they'd activate, run up here, kill a general. Massive, you know. It's such good placement that I completely forgot that they had done it. So we'll have to see if they pull that again. Very sneaky move. All high 4 numbers are rookie unless you're over 8k. Yeah, that's true. And the worst part is there's like 20 million mods as well. Okay, so it looks like this time Britain has learned from their mistakes and they've decided to put the majority of their force on the left rather than in the center. I probably would have done this earlier. Just because, first of all, Britain is a very strong nation, so having reserves as Britain, huge. But, actually, did they bring 3 elites again? They did, yeah. Their center doesn't really need as much protection because realistically they're only going to be pushing up to this house here. It's a really solid anchor point. There's a little artillery redoubt if they can get there. But the main reason they wouldn't really have to worry about it is if they went up here and they have the unicorns here and Russia's here, means Russia is here to help you very quickly. The Russian reserves can fill in this middle if they need to when Britain's kind of faltering. But also, you're in close range of the unicorns, and the unicorns is able to protect you in this area. I mean, for the British, really the furthest unicorns can reach is this area here. to protect them. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Yes, you can. This area here is like the dead zone for unicorns. So it'd be from this forest here to maybe the end of this forest here. Like all of this is a death zone for the unicorns. So really, the British don't really need to worry about a middle or far right side, because this right side here is, they can protect it with a thin line. The Russians will barrel in any reserves they need, and they can have their unicorns here. Really, their only main threat is losing this point here, which will lose them the game, because if they've lost this point, then they've probably lost this one too, and they don't have the points anymore. So, this area is the biggest danger, biggest threat for Britain. Especially when every single time they've played so far, this French army here has pushed round every time successfully and punched through here, therefore threatening this and owning this point and extending them to the point where they had a cannon piece here, general here, cavalry here, and they had one line here, one line here, one line here, and then the rest were about here. They didn't have any reserves. They were weak. The French had heavy cavalry, grenadier, infantry. You know, they were in a little bit of threat there. But it's nice to see that proactively they are trying to fix that by having a little bit bigger reserve corps on this side. Actually, I may be wrong. Might have spoken a little too soon. Let's see if they forget their Toros. Last time it was the Scots Guard, this time it's the Toros. Russia, as usual, coming to this side. I feel a little bad because I've not really been watching a lot of the Russian perspective, but that's because this Russian army tends to... In the many times we've seen this battle, they've not really fought. All they've done is they've kind of put their unicorns down, set their front line. Oh, we have a charge. They're just killing it. I feel like I have deja vu. They're just killing the guerrilla band again. Yeah, it's just deja vu. We've got carabiners here. So
our men are running, sir.
Yep, there they go. There's another unit of heavy cav threatening the British cavalry. Just scouting really with the cavalry. Yeah, but this Russian army, it tends to just sit down, attacks here a little bit. Then there might be a little engagement in the forest, and then they'll stretch out to this side and see what goes on, because they need to protect this point. This is, it's kind of funny looking at this battlefield, because essentially it's relying entirely on the British for the LOC. Because for the Russians, the only points the Russians are really holding is this point here, which is also kind of being held by the British, but mainly by the Russian army. This point here, and this point here. They have 2 points to protect. The British, on the other hand, the British have 1 point here, then they have 1 point here, and then they've got to worry about this side, because if they can take this, they win. And they're also looking after this side here. So really, it's kind of an odd situation for the Russians, because the majority of their line is here, and they're not protecting anything. They're just protecting the in-between area of this point and this point. So, yeah. Did they put the Cossack back here? They did put the Cossack back here. Huge. And the French player actually running their men to try and see if they can snipe the point early. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Using their cavalry as well, they might be able to block this off. I mean, right now, just by putting the cavalry here, they've blocked off this from the artillery, which the artillery is moving. Good. They have ran these units up. We do have a British unit of cavalry already sneaking through, trying to snipe this 12-pounder. However, the French have realized this cavalry unit's in danger now. Is it just going to keep going? Oh, they're going to try and thread the needle for the general, I think. Nah, they've changed their mind. Yeah, that's the right decision. They're not going to take many casualties from this, because there's a forest in between. This unit might kill them with square, but oh, they're gonna get like broadsided by this unit. Wood 56 is good, yeah. Quality versus quantity when playing it. Yeah, playing MP or single player makes a massive difference. Francis this was. Insanity is when you do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. Where did the Cossack Lancers end up? Yeah, they did move back there. So one Cossack Lancer is back here, and the other Cossack Lancer was put over here. personally, I probably would have put this Cossack Lancer maybe like here, just so they can see what's going on. This is the exact same deployment though. I mean, they've moved these units to the exact same place, in the exact same group, in the exact same chunks. They've got a Grenadier Corps here as well. For some reason, the Unicorns are firing over here. I think they were just trying to save their cavalry. I mean, if I were the Unicorns, this is the biggest one. This is good, but these units are actually inside each other, so if, yeah, they've already swapped it. As I said at Commentator's Curse, as I said it, they've changed it. Let's see if these shots land. They didn't land directly, but they did hit. Personally, with Unicorns, I always caught the ground, because when you click it like this, they kind of, there's a higher chance of them blowing up prematurely in the air, rather than landing in the ground and blowing up. It's just a little niche tactic for Unicorns. I say niche, everybody, well, generally everybody does it, but just right-clicking the unit, yes, it does tell you where the units go when they disappear, but there's a higher likelihood of them blowing up inside the units and killing more men if you land the shots. Okay, so looks like we've got one Grenadier Corps moving to the town area here. One's moving back, probably going to shift over this way to here. And seeing as they have the exact same armies as each other, not doing any damage. Killing a couple of men though. Didn't actually get to see that properly. French already pushing up here. They've already got cavalry around them. And we see the first little gunfire kick off. It's literally the exact same deployments as usual. they've just got the units in the exact same place. Another Unicorn. Yeah, you can kind of see they do just blow up prematurely quite high up in the air. We do have a 12-pounder moving in, probably around here, protecting this little passage area, threatening the enfilade here. Okay, they've not forgotten any units this time. We're not actually seeing the Russian Opolchenya square. Spherical case, already kind of in deployment area. It's a nice spot too. Realistically, they want to get it over here because this is a raised position. How the spherical case kind of work is because they are round shot artillery, they blow up before they hit what they're shooting at. So generally, if you right click on a unit, they will fire their shrapnel and they will blow the shrapnel head first into the unit and, you know, do the damage that you want. But if you click the ground, it doesn't know when to blow up. It doesn't think, oh, okay, it wants to blow up, like they want us to blow up here to hit this unit. If I click back here, it means, okay, this is where I need to blow up. So it travels straight forward. When it hits this unit, it recognizes there's collision here, I need to blow up. Then it blows up, and it does what Hauser does. It throws all of the men in every direction, kills everybody. Oh! Speaking of blowing up and throwing people in a direction, bang. Ouch. We've got a 12-pounder set up here, as usual. But yeah, so to actually be able to do that with the spherical case, it can't really be fired forwards, because first of all, it will hit the backs of your own units and kill them. But also the targeting kind of messes up when you've got it flat, shooting at something flat. So if you can have them on a raised position, like here, it means that because there's a bit more of a diagonal, it might be able to clear these units. But either way, it's got a better chance of hitting the middle of the unit blowing up, but it takes micro. But once you get the micro down, they are the best howitzer unit in the game, past a Unicorn in my opinion, just because of the amount of shrapnel damage they do. Unicorns still very much going for consular guard, only killing 3 men there. Yeah, aim behind units will prevent undershooting. Yeah, if you're able to just click around, it stops it from undershooting because it doesn't. Because the way it recognizes it is, it says, okay, you're trying to hit this unit, therefore the shot shall blow up here and spray shrapnel on them. And it's trying to do the most shrapnel damage it can, because they didn't originally make it so that when howitzers blow up inside a unit, they throw everybody. That was just like a niche little like, oh, that would be good if it did that. But they never really play tested it because they don't care. But if you can land the shot in the middle of the unit, obviously everybody knows it will kill everybody. And they didn't really play test that, they didn't really care about that, because in their mind that didn't matter because you were trying to get the shrapnel damage. The shrapnel damage was the best part. So they never really tested that, okay, instead of me going, I would like to hit this unit with shrapnel, therefore hit. Ooh, great shot again. This is just deja vu, except that shot didn't blow up the cannon too. But I mean, they hit both an artillery piece and the grenadiers. They shouldn't have put them this close. But yeah, instead of the shrapnel going here and blowing up and being like, oh, well, I want the shrapnel to hit here. Instead, they're just saying, yeah, I want the shrapnel to hit over here, guys. That's why you need to land the shell in the middle of them and kill everybody. Yeah, unicorns are going for a direct hit in the guns. It's because, like, the unicorns are ridiculous. They do so much damage. Oh my god. 30 men dead here. Only one dead here, not too bad. That cavalry unit nearly got sawn in half. These Sankula trying to catch these guys, and they're already firing at this fertile case. They know how much damage it does. The British player already making the decision to cut a hole in their line. Very nice to see. Cutting a hole in their line so they can shoot up here, or go for the counter battery. Both work. Retreating. Yeah, they don't really need to push forward. There's no need to. The only place they need to worry about pushing is over here, because that is where the enemy point is. But they're already winning by LEC, so there's not really much of a need for it. This line's a little thick, but, you know, doesn't really matter too much. The water saving the gun there. Ooh. I think this unit caught a shot. Yeah, it did. Lost a couple of men here. A little bit of an odd gunfight here because this unit is diagonal, which means that only like half the unit is firing. You can see that. Oh, never mind. The whole unit is firing. Apologies, but yeah, they're kind of getting 1v2'd. It's a weird engagement. Oh, these units getting chewed up by the artillery. I mean, it's great artillery placement. You can tell these guys have kind of went in for tests on this map because you've got one artillery piece here, so that they can get nice shots along this line here. It also means if the British push too far forward, they get enfiladed. There's an artillery piece here. That way they can do exactly what they did last time. They can pull this line back and then enfilade this British line. But if they don't get to do that, they'll just fire forwards like this, or hit these guys, or fire on this artillery battery up here. Then they've got this artillery battery here, which can fire along here, along here, along here. I mean, it's a great position. But this right side of the battle, oh my, wow. Probably not a wise decision to put your unit diagonally to the artillery, because this unit got hit, this unit lost 30 men, this unit lost 10, and they killed the gun. Wow. But the thing is, they've still got their men in triple lines here, they're still going to get hit by 3 ranks. But what I was going to say is that the French army here, because of how they place their guns, they have cut off different areas of the battlefield with their artillery. And they've dedicated their artillery to being able to fire in multiple angles and catch the British out enfilade style wherever they want. Very well done. This British unit not actually in range, I think. Yeah, none of these guys are firing either. But 2v1 in the British here. These British units probably going to win that. Yeah, there's only Sankula. Oh my god. Yep, still getting hit 2 ranks deep. Technically 3 ranks actually, they hit these guys. 3 ranks of British men getting hit by artillery. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. Oh. This poor 9-pounder is getting shot from every angle. I mean, this gun here, even though it's lost more men, unicorns probably hit that. Even this gun is going for them. They've got like 3 guns aiming at 1 unit of artillery. Look at that. Wow. You just feel bad for them, don't you? Ooh, good push here by Russia. Outflanking them. Their units are tired, probably because they ran them to get into place. These guys moving slowly because they're in the river. They're going to get a devastating volley on this. Good job, though. They are flanking Rendon pretty heavily. Oh my god. They've almost lost a whole... They've almost lost a full-strength regiment entirely from just having their units standing behind each other. And there goes the second gun. That is both cannons dead in the spherical case. There is no longer any artillery presence on the left side of the battlefield. British getting outflanked here from the town. They do have 2 units here that can probably push here, but I guarantee there's going to be some French units here we're not seeing yet. Weapons at it, Sarge. Why are they stop firing at it? They're dead. They're already dead. Yeah, they need to take a peek at this and realize, yeah, there's no point shooting at it. But all this means is that it is now down to the Russians. The only people with any artillery presence at all, it is down to them as the only artillery of the coalition to do something with theirs. I mean, they have good uniforms. Right now they are just trying to kill these guns. These guns are a problem. They need to kill these guns, then they need to kill these guns. They can't do anything about these ones. These guns here, this one here, and this one here, these are never going to die unless they get cavalry around them, and they don't have cavalry. They do not have cavalry to spare. Russians, doing good though. Really, they should start pushing because they've pushed halfway through the forest. If they want to play Russia properly here, the way they're going to do it is they're going to do it by pushing through this forest until they get here. Once they get here, France is in big trouble because they own this point, which means that again they own another LOC, and it means that Britain can actually fall back over here, back to the unicorns and get more artillery presence. The problem is, if this British line falls back or walks forward at all, they will be at risk of being enfiladed. And you can't do that as Britain. You cannot risk the enfilade. It's almost as if they could hear me. And they're running their men. Yes, beautiful. Yeah, run your men. Where is their elites? They need to move their reserves forwards, first of all. Kutuzov is back here, that's fine. But where is the elites? They've got... Nope. Lithuanian Guard here. Where is the other elite? Oh, over here. And we have a Carabiner charge to try and slow them down on this side. Russia needs to move their elites up. Part of the strategy of playing Russia is being very aggressive, which makes your men tired very quickly. Good square though. Probably not worth it charging with these guys. Yeah, they're losing some men that they can't afford to lose. Only 5 men, but that does add up at the end of the game. But they're trying to slow this assault. But if you're playing as Russia and you're going to be playing this aggressively as they are right now, you need some form of inspire. So you need heavy cav behind you, or you need, well, preferably playing as Russia, having heavy cav is very good because your heavy cavalry will protect your advance. It means that when you do charges, there's a bigger threat because you can push that heavy cavalry through and cause havoc in the back lines, or charge the backs of these men and kill them. But they're also a roaming inspire. And so you generally want to have lots of reserves. So I'd have all my reserves here and here. Then you would have heavy cav. You'd have elite general. And that way, that is unstoppable. That is an unstoppable force, especially in a forest, because artillery can't really do as much damage. You can blow up all of this with your unicorns, kill all the reserves, segment this area for destruction. Oh, good shot. Oh, they actually got rid of this cannon. Okay, I don't think there's a cannon on this left side anymore. That's big for them. Cossack in the back is moving. Good spot. Thank you, chat. They are moving. They might be able to snipe a general. They might be able to catch Napoleon out. There's an artillery piece there as well. But yeah, if you're going to be running your men, if you're going to be taking large amounts of casualties by running your men forwards and getting point blank volleyed, you need to have, first of all, reserves so that you can very quickly replace those men. It just means that you can advance without stopping. You can just keep walking forwards. This unit breaks. Oh well, here's another one. You can chuck your grenadiers in. Okay, here comes the reserves now, plus an elite unit. Thank God. But they need elites. If you're pushing this aggressively, you need elites. France is ready for it though. Yeah, they were ready for it. They're falling back. Honestly, I wouldn't. I would try and use the unicorns to kill these as they advance, and then let them charge me, because if they charge me, they're going to get volleyed. I mean, you have 280 men in these units, they have 210. You might even win now. This is where the heavy cav would work. If you had one unit of heavy cav here, these grenadiers would be too scared to charge you because they would get killed. We're seeing another core of grenadiers over here lined up in the road. Very cinematic. Look at that. Beautiful. British are ready for it though. They've cut off this side of the map. They're saying no. The only way you can get through here is if you charge. But I reckon France is fine with that. Most of the action actually happening over here in the Russian front. Very thinly stretched Sankula going up against the thick units of the Russians. Actually not doing too badly with the militia. If Russia wants to beat this militia, elite here and just advance and then point blank volley them and you will shatter this line. Unicorns going for the elites. Will they land? Oh, one of them does. Oh, wow. Ouch. That actually breaks the unit. Holy shit! 70 men? 80 men dead in one unit? That is fucking powerful. Wow! Wow, it's moments like that that makes me love this game. Holy shit, what a shot! 80 men dead in one grenadier unit. 30 dead in another. Wow! Those unicorns have just completely disabled the attack from the French. I mean, I would say, well, you know, that's what you do as Russia. You kill the reserves, but like, normally you're not that successful that quickly. Holy shit. Okay. What we couldn't see is that these Cossacks, they didn't see that there was a Dragoon unit sitting behind Napoleon. Very smart. If you know that the enemy's going to have Cossacks, put a unit of cavalry with them. We have a unit of Carabiners and a unit of Dragoons hunting these Cossacks. These Cossacks aren't moving quickly. Yeah, they just decided, fuck it. Charge the Dragoons. They're dead anyway. Personally, I would have charged the heavy cavalry just because if you do a charge, it doesn't matter what you're charging into, heavy cavalry or medium cavalry or light cavalry, you kill the same amount of men. And so you want to try and hit the heavy cavalry because you'll kill more men. And like, yeah, killing 30 men in a Dragoon unit is great, but if you killed 30 men in a heavy cav unit, even better, because then that's going to be less damaging in the future wherever it's used. Unicorn's still hunting the same unit that has already broken. There is another corps of grenadiers here that can be hit. This is like World War I with these unicorns. I mean, surely, yeah, they've already flicked it to them. Are they listening to my stream? Are you guys listening to me? Yeah, I mean, surely they should have learned by now. Don't put your units in clumps. Yes, it looks cool. Yes, it looks cinematic. But if you put your unit in a clump like this, and somebody has a unicorn, you're gonna fire at it. That was some good timing. I felt very cool. Oh wow, yeah, these shots doing some serious damage there. Here comes the next ball of unicorns. First shot misses. First shot misses. Shrapnel does a little bit of damage, but they're pulling these back. But they've already lost. They've already lost about 30 men in each. Not 30 men. Jesus, about 20 men, 15 men. That's a lot to lose. Yep, Russia just advancing. He's got this unit in the square. I don't know why he has this unit in the square. Maybe there was a cavalry charge I didn't see. Or they just try to slow them down. They need to slow them down now because there's nothing they can do. I mean, what that grenadier hit, the grenadiers are gonna need a moment to settle, regroup, and move. Really, if they want the best chance for their grenadiers, yeah, keep them in thin lines. It's phosphor over here. Keep them in thin lines. Put them in this forest. Spread them out. I mean, those grenadiers are really the only threat on this left side now because now that there's no artillery, it's funny because this left side has no artillery against it, but this right side has no artillery against it on the British side. I mean, the British have what, 3-4 pieces of artillery against them over here, but this left side there's no artillery. Very much a mirror battle. British being super passive. Usually, last time we saw Britain being very aggressive, hyper aggressive, I would say, against the French, but I mean, it looks like they're kind of taking a bit more of a defensive standpoint, which is understandable. They are still fighting over here. They've lost almost 100 men in this unit, but oh my god, have they killed a lot against them. Mainly in this unit, down to 95 men. I mean, look at that. That is entirely from the gunfight. But yeah, the Russians doing a good job. They're pushing how they should. Especially over here, I really like this. Sankula actually kind of... Oh, they're trying to move in for a charge. I'll zoom in like this so the noise isn't so bad. Grenadiers are going to hit the front of that unit. We'll see if they punch through. The reason why I always... Like, you wouldn't want to go for a square here. The only reason he's doing it is there's carabiners here. But the reason you don't go for squares in melee... Fortunately for them, they are okay. But if you form a square in melee... And if one of these units isn't chunk, they'll punch through and they'll start hitting your men in the back on the sides here. And if they push fully through, they'll hit these men. And that will actually give them a morale debuff because they're getting charged in the back and sides. It's really bad for you to get to melee like that, but it doesn't matter because this unit is going to lose. There is a combined grenadier unit getting moved up here, but they need to be careful because this combined grenadier unit, yes, it's a combined grenadier unit, but if he engages with these guys, that heavy cavalry is going to follow. Although the heavy cavalry is getting pushed off by a triplet of musketeers. We do have a little gunfight going on over here. Unicorns still hunting those grenadiers. Oh, and it looks like we have a piece of artillery from the French being moved up. Please tell me that's not a lag spike. Okay, it was just a regular lag spike. Please tell me it was a regular lag spike. Come on, don't crash. Okay. We're taking a lot of lag. Hopefully we don't crash for like the 6th time. Okay, we're still going. It's just getting choppy. We're in Windows PowerPoint right now. Look at the amount of grenadiers they have. Wow. And they're actually moving this 12-pounder off that hill. Come on. We're getting the odd shot every now and again. I don't think we have crashed yet. Oh, fuck. Dropped my phone. Consular Guard is allergic to artillery shells. So are most units, to be fair. Oui, monsieur. Okay, I've not got a message saying anyone's crashed. I think we're back. Yeah, we are. Thank God. Okay, we still have this Russian push over here. Grenadiers being put into the line. Not a fan of that, but they're not getting shot back at, so it's fine. This cavalry being forced back entirely by a Russian infantry brigade. We've also got some Moscow Dragoons to cut off the side. I mean, yes, the French don't actually know that the Russians don't have any heavy cavalry, but I mean, this flank is very open for heavy cavalry. I mean, all they need to do really is sweep round. But that's where the trap guard comes up, because if you go for those unicorns, you will lose the cavalry. Okay, we have a little bit more of a press from this French army. Looks like they're just gathering grenadiers. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of grenadiers here in the town, just protecting it. They need to be careful though, because yes, they might be protecting that town, but they're losing by LOC. We can't see the timer, unfortunately, but they are losing by LOC. It's only a matter of time until this Russian army is able to swarm and take this house, and then they're losing even harder by LOC. Unicorns still going for this French Republic Grenadier. Artillery piece set up here. The British are advancing into it. Can they see it? Yes, they can. Grenadiers coming to protect it in case it gets charged. That is going to deliver some lethal canister. We also have another 12-pounder here being guarded by another Grenadier unit. The way you play against the British is attrition and break. Yeah, British moving back. Canister not doing too much damage. In fact, I don't think doing very much. I think maybe 10 men dead. For canister, that's pretty good. Yeah, this gun opening up too. They're just cutting the British off. They're saying, nope, you're not moving past here.
Sir! Sir!
Oh,
Our general is under
this
attack!
unit. This unit is taking some canister though. Ooh. Down almost 100 men. And they've got a while to go before they're out of canister range too. Russian unicorns getting called on. Blast this direction. I mean, Russia right now have got a stranglehold on this French army. I mean, look at this. These units, low on manpower. Probably going to break at some point soon. I mean, they have done a great job. This is why the Russian advance works so well. It's because, yes, you are walking into the enemy. Yes, you're taking casualties, but you have so much more men that your volleys will do even more damage than theirs. I mean, right now you see 150 men dead there. They have lost... Well, actually, they've not lost a small amount. They have lost a decent amount in each unit, but that's why it works so well, is these units, not one of them is breaking, not one of them is low on manpower. They're taking the manpower each. Each unit is taking a spread of the casualties, meaning that overall the army's stronger rather than have one weak point here and one weak point here. It's just generally across the front line the same. These units still getting canistered. This is how you do it. The way you kill the British is canister them, artillery, cavalry.
Our men are running, sir!
And the unit breaks. And suddenly the British are looking a lot less strong in this side. Yes, they do have these two reserve units here and the here. They're quite far away from them. There is another reserve unit here coming in. The poor British over here have just been segmented out of the game. They've been cut out. Ooh. Attempted cavalry charge protected by a grenadier unit. Ooh, who get canistered by their own artillery. Only killing like one man though. Oh, the cavalry's attempt two. Attempt two of the cavalry charge. I don't think they're gonna get it.
Our men are running, sir!
Yeah, they didn't get it. They didn't even get the limbers. One of the limbers is already dead due to a unicorn shot, as we can see from the crater. Wow. TFJ, Gremo Gang is literally mentioned in the Epstein files. Can you really trust them? Well, I suppose. I don't think I remember seeing anything about them in the Epstein files. Oh, unicorns coming in. Oh, what a shot from the unicorns! The artillery's down to 5 men and 4 men! What a shot! One shot from Gremo Gang's unicorns, and they kill almost the entire artillery unit. I mean, you can look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, like one blast. Wow. They also hit the grenadier unit. Wow, wow, wow. Maybe moving the artillery pieces up wasn't the best choice from TFJ. Okay, these French units starting to suffer some serious casualties. I mean, TFJ, they have a very large grenadier corps here. But where's the elite? Where's the elite unit? Where's the consular guard? Where's the heavy cavalry? They're pressed right to the border. And there's an extra reserve unit here as well. Those grenadiers will maul everything here if they have the appropriate Inspire unit. They need cavalry. They need elites. They need their general, especially their general. Or at the very least their general. Okay. Phosphor having to actually use his grenadiers in the line engagement on this left side because he's been stretched so thin by the Russian army. I mean, this is all Phosphor here. Wow, the line stops here. Phosphor holding this entire front line all the way here. And he can't do anything about it because he can't pull more units to protect this because, I mean, he's just getting outmatched by the Russians who have that much manpower. I mean, they've not brought heavy cavalry for that reason. They have the manpower advantage. The artillery not actually killing anything here. Looks like we are gearing up for the grenadier charge. Something big's gonna have to happen for the French. Something very drastic for the French has to happen because they are losing now. They're gonna have to give up this point. I mean, I would give up this point, and if I were them, their grenadiers are losing manpower. They only have 6 units of grenadiers. Actually, technically 4 because of that one unicorn shot. They do not have the manpower to hold this entire front. They need to condense. They need to use this house and this lake to protect themselves, form a line, anchor, get the cavalry here, and then form their line here, because they are not going to be able to just hold this. I mean, their lines are stretched thin as it is, and they're using militia. Oh, cavalry charge here. Well, they snipe the gun. Oh, they might. They've reached it. They've reached it. They're pulling the men off the guns.
Our men are running, sir.
Okay, they were able to catch the limbers, but Amshir was able to quickly run his men off the guns just in time. Not losing really anything. And that is another one of the British cavalry units down. I think Britain only have 1 light cav left? Yeah, Britain. 1 light cav unit left. And that is all they have, cavalry-wise. Artillery getting back in the guns, yes. They did lose the limbers, but really that's not too much of a problem because that gun is still cutting off this whole area. Okay, France, you're going to have to move quickly now. They do have essentially fresh grenadiers here. They have a cavalry unit over here. I mean, they're really stacking their infantry here. They need to punch something heavy down this side because right now they are not winning. They're not winning here, they're not winning here, and they're not winning here. Their artillery is really the only thing keeping this in the balance for them on this side. But they're slowly losing them. They've lost 1 artillery piece here. This artillery piece should still be in range of the unicorns. Oh, unlucky for the French. Shot bouncing. Okay, they've decided to just try and garrison this side of the town with the grenadiers holding the houses. I like that. That is good. But they are going to have to pull back. These units and these units are getting annihilated. I mean, look at this. 118 men, 113 men, 199, not bad, 180. I mean, they're thin. They don't have reserves. This reserve unit, 139 men. The Russians moving in even more chunks. This minefield over here. Wow. The artillery really isn't doing that much anymore. Maybe it was a bad idea for them to move their guns from here and here and over here. They seem to be getting way more kills before. French reforming their lines. Of course, we can't actually see the French lines because we're watching from Gremo Gang's perspective, so we don't really get the same view as we do. Because, I mean, this is all militia. This is very cheap units. Yes, they brought lots of grenadiers and artillery, but they're cheap. There could very well be a second line back here. But they are having to cover a lot of the battlefield and a lot of it with militia. They're paying for it. Britain actually deciding to fall back over here. Probably a wise decision. Get further away from the artillery. This unit of 95 men. Still getting shot at. Although actually, I think there's a little bit of a targeting bug. I think this unit is trying to shoot this unit, which means that only this tiny section of it
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Here comes the Grenadier reserves here. This middle bit, actually not too weak. The British have managed to keep consistent reserves across their front line, which is really nice to see. They're actually stronger in the middle here by the point, and they're also stronger here by this point. They're weak a little bit here. This reserve won't really be able to reach anything here by the time it happens. This line and this line here, this is in danger. This is going to be totally fine. They've got this unit here, this unit here, this unit here, this unit here, plus this strong front line. This front line here is really strong. They've got a little redoubt here. 4 units of reserve, technically more than that actually. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of reserve here, plus a cavalry unit. Yes, it's a light cav, but still a cavalry unit. The Russians, actually, no reserves at all. They have 1 grenadier unit back here, and they're actually starting to move their Opolchania. They realized they need that manpower, but I mean, their front line is just their front line. Where's their elites? Where's their elites? Please tell me you have your elites with you. Semenovsky Guard in the line. Not the worst. Honestly, they could probably stretch this line a little bit more. Keep this in reserve back here for the Inspire. Because you do not want to lose your Inspire units as Russia. That is almost game ending. Where's the other elite? Where is he? Still not see him. Grenadier. Where's the Russian Grenadier? Where's the Lithuanians? Am I blind? Ah, here. Left side of the line, they've got the Grenadier Guard there. Ooh. We have a charge. Here we go. This is the big play. I'm guessing the timer's ticking down now. They want to get those carabiners forwards. This is the big charge. Although they are charging the Lithuanian guards. Probably wise to not make a move for them. Lithuanian guards, point blank volley. Point blank volley. Do they have fire well on? Point blank volley. No point blank volley. Grenadiers hitting the foot battalion. They're going to win that. These Grenadiers, I think they got shot in the face on approach. But they do have the heavy cavalry supporting them. This Grenadier coming in. I think they've decided they're not even going to bother with these elites because these elites will kill them. Not a great volley actually from the Lithuanians. The French are breaking an impact here because they need their general closer. Unicorn actually hitting their consular guard, I think. Oh wait, no, that might have just been from earlier. The heavy cavalry are still in the middle of the British lines. They have made a good push here though. This is progress. This is progress. Another charge here. Both these units winded. They should be okay. The heavy cavalry hacking
Our
away.
men are running, sir.
They've broken them, although they are in between two squares, and these guys just takes one volley and they'll kill them. Ooh, losing a lot of men in that heavy cav unit. Oh, however, on the other side, even more successful to be fair to them. This is a big charge. Holy shit! Amsh with two carabiner units and a dragoon with the Sankula pushing in. Just be careful, their Sankula is currently shooting them. This Grenadier unit slaughtering the British here. They're just going to do it piece by piece. When this British unit breaks, they throw in this unit. Move around, sweep them.
Our men are running,
Big
sir.
charge. There's the British left going. British center breaking too. Wow. Okay. We've got charge over here as well. Toros charging the Grenadiers on the side. These Grenadiers are going to die. They're very tired. These guys are getting torn up by the Lithuanian guards. Wow. But consular guards getting used. It's elite versus elite. Light cavalry charging the Grenadiers on the side, but the Carabiners have come back for vengeance. This is a big break
Our
over
men
here.
are running,
Russian
sir.
dragoons actually shooting their men in the back. These Grenadiers very tired, getting point blank volleyed. Oh wow, but this is a huge break over here. Scots Guard not being able to form square. Ah, no, no, no. That's an elite unit. Be careful. Massive push from the French over here. Very well done. Dragoons going to hit these. Yeah, that's going to be a good night.
Our men are running,
Oh,
sir.
the Scots Guard. Russian Dragoons getting thrown in to kill these Grenadiers. Probably going to lose to the Carabiners because they are heavy cavalry. Another unit of Dragoons getting used against this British foot. This melee is still continuing. This is a last minute grab because the French still hold this point. By technicality, they still hold that. Or it would be contested. This middle point, this is contested. Although I would argue it is still in... Ooh, it depends on how far the French push here. Because right now it is in British control. But we'll see how long that lasts. It could change. There is a breakthrough right now, and it is a big breakthrough. We've got more Grenadier units coming. This one is tired. This one is very tired. This
Our
British
men
unit
are
breaking.
running,
This
sir.
British unit also breaking. The Toros breaking to the Consular Guard and this Grenadier unit. Opolchenia having to be used to plug the gap. This side is getting wave charged by these Grenadiers. I think they've realized that they've pushed a little bit too far. Their men are tired. They have got Napoleon over there, but they have one hell of a cavalry detachment there too. Lots of units breaking over here, although I think it's equal trading. Oh, the French heavy cap, I think, might be trying to just run straight through. Maybe snipe a general of the unicorns, but they shatter. Oh wow, they went into a griffin here. This house is now under French control. The French have this point. This is going to be another French attempt to see if they can just barrel through and take this point, because if they take this point and this point, they've taken this one already. If they can take this point here and hold, just hold this point, they're winning by LOC. Right now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're actually already winning in LOC. But if they lose this house, but take this one, they still win.
Our men are running, sir.
And they've broken this unit too. Huge breakthrough. These units are very tired. They're going up against the third and last unit of elites in the British Army. Oh my god, Napoleon is in the conflict. We've got heavy cavalry hacking away at the British. We've got a square here, which is probably going to be charged by this grenadier unit. We have another grenadier unit here. This square, ooh, it is doing some damage though to the heavy cavalry.
Our men are running, sir.
But they've already broken this unit. They've punched through this grenadier unit, killing this infantry unit. They are losing because they're very tired. But we'll see how long that lasts. Massive attack over here. We actually have even more grenadier units, fresh grenadier units being used to push this. Heavy cavalry have fully pushed through the British line. And the French have pushed through too over here. What attack? That was a double-pronged attack here and here. Is this Phosphor? Yeah, this was Phosphor. This is why his army was so weak over here. And it's not even that weak, he's still got units. Looks like we have a cavalry charge over here, but the grenadiers are already in the house. They've got a combined grenadier unit trying to get into that house too. They have got... oh, they don't have any elites over here. They're probably not going to be able to take that. Canister hitting this front line here. Okay, the grenadiers starting to break now because they're all very tired, but they are still pushing in. They've got another unit of heavy cavalry coming in. Oh my god, and they've just been swarming over here. These carabiners getting shot in the flank because they've not realized that they're standing still. Here we go, they're starting to move now. British still trying to hold on to this point. They've got one unit here, which is in square wise, because there's lots of cavalry here. They're not holding this. It's going to be a matter of time. It all depends on how much time left is on the clock, and I can't see it. Okay, the British try and make a counter push. They've actually got their spherical case leading the charge. These guys, exhausted grenadiers. Just pull them back. There's no point in pushing still. They have taken the house and still own the house. Yes, the British are in line with them, but they have got 3 units, 2 units plus the consular guard and carabiners. I think he's going to try and catch them in the melee here. Oh. Yikes.
Our men are running,
yeah,
sir.
They're just going to form square. That carabiner's not being able to get there in time. Wow, what a charge. This British foot battalion breaking. Artillery enfilading them. Wow. That's all I can say today. Wow. These British units are in serious danger. I mean, this one probably going to break to whatever melee comes next. I mean, look at the amount of grenadiers over here. You can tell they were gearing it up. This is the entire
unit is dead, sir.
Entire unit is dead. Yeah, British are just giving up on the point. They can't hold it. These carabiners try to sneak past. They're going to try and grab that general. The Russians, seeing it, they're mobilizing the last of their Opolchenia to try and protect them. There is no cavalry left other than this Hussar unit to protect the general. But they have cavalry behind them now. Ooh, uniforms coming in. Trying to hit both the carabiners and also the consular guard. French are still in control of this house though. And they're also still in control of this one. French winning by LOC. Oh, they might be able to snipe the general. They might be able to snipe the general. It's going to be real close. Oh, and they break. Dragoons caught in a square. Definitely not worth it. The square is going to kill them. Yeah. They don't want to lose this cavalry advantage because that's a big cavalry advantage. But they own the points. Sankula gonna hit them in the back. What's going on here? Yeah, they're gonna get hit in the back. Now they charge with the carabiners. Charge with the carabiners. Charge with the carabiners. Charge with the carabiners. Oh, they're not gonna do it. They had that unit in melee lock, which means that they can't form square, but they didn't follow up on it. France still holding this house though. Yeah, Unicorn's now aiming fully on the carabiners. They actually just try and blow up the house. Yeah, the last of the Russian reserves getting shoved in there. Still holding the house though for the French. Dragoon unit way back here. Maybe they reformed or something. Speaking of reforming, have the French seen it? And more importantly, have the coalition seen it? Look at this wave of French over here. Yeah, this is the strongest point of the French. They didn't see it! They didn't see it! Oh, this might be game changing. They are exhausted, so they might not be able to catch up to him. Oh! Oh, it's gonna be close. What are the Hussars doing? Help them! Oh my god, they broke the general. They've shattered him! The general's dead! Oh my god, and now the Hussars react! Oh my god. Soul destroying for the coalition. They've just lost their general. Yeah, this should go in the way of the heavy cavalry, but they are exhausted, and there's less of them. So this might be one of the rare occasions where you see light cavalry beat heavy cavalry in a melee. No. Which means that these unicorns... Oh, never mind, they won! Well done. Yeah, these British are going to be in danger now. The thing is, this isn't... What a shot to unicorns. This isn't hell. Oh, okay. I would now argue that I think this is a Russian held point just because they have pushed past. French just need to hold on to this point now as well, because right now they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 2 point. I need to keep remembering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Russian / coalition is 1, 2, 3. Plus arguably this 4th. But either way, French still winning by LOC as long as they can cling onto this house. And right now they have units in it. They have cavalry presence. They are winning here. It's all going to matter on what happens next. Looks like they are keeping their Grenadier Corps here as well as their Sankala, which are pushing here. The thing is, it could have been worse. If it was the Russian general that had broken, probably would have been more dangerous. Because the Russians losing their general means that they can't do the whole Russian fire in advance kind of thing. But the British losing the general, not too bad, because the British haven't got any militia. The British are highly trained, highly elite force that have good morale. In fact, they have better than good, they have high morale. So, just because they lost their general doesn't mean that their whole line will rout. It might cause their line to rout later on in the future. But this isn't the worst case scenario, losing that general. It's all going to depend on if the French can hold this point. Because even if these Russians can take this point off them, which technically I'd argue that this is a Russian because they surround it and it's behind their line. They haven't taken it yet, so that could be argued until the
This building has fallen to the enemy!
Just taking another building, I think it was this one. Right now the French need to think about, okay, this side is secure, this side is fight. There's no way the British are taking it. this is where they're in danger, and this is where they're in danger. They need to worry about now their left flank here is at danger of being encircled and destroyed. Even bigger problem for them is that they do not want to lose this 1 pointer back here. And right now they're in danger of it. Who joined?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello,
I
Mr.
just joined for
Tom.
the last little bit.
Yeah.
It's been very intense. Saw that general kill just now. Fantastic.
Super
Job
intense,
French.
yeah.
I actually was just about to join because I don't know if you've noticed, but if the Russians push back the French anymore, that 1 pointer in the south bottom corner, left corner, could be.
Yeah. Well, I was
contested, I'm
I was
sure.
just arguing that point. Yeah. So.
Oh right, sorry, I'm putting on time.
Wow. Arguably they're actually currently trying to do it. They're trying to hook round them so that they're LOC. So how LOC works, very quick rundown for everybody. I know we're in the middle of the battle, but how LOC works is you draw an imaginary line from the left side of your army, or sorry, the flank of your army, and you draw it to the map border. So right now, technically the coalition one would be here down to here, and here over to here. The French army would be down like that, and this one would be across like that. Obviously, if this was a video, I'd edit in a line or something. But you've just got to imagine that there is an imaginary line from this unit here down to here, because it's a straight line. Which means that arguably, right now, they are in fact in control of this 1 pointer. Which means that it is now down to the French to push even harder. The French now need to blast through here and take this point back here, or alternatively, somehow push this Russian army back. And it looks like that's not going to happen because this French army is in disarray. I mean, look at this slaughter here.
I was going to say, as I was watching a little bit earlier, the Russians not pushing was a bit of a, I don't know, misplay, but now they've got such a strong force now. I mean, maybe it wasn't. Maybe now they can really wrap around the French and they're not strong enough to stop them.
Yeah, they've done a very good job of taking casualties across the board rather than casualties on one specific unit or two specific units. So every unit has lost maybe 50 men, but because every unit's lost 50 men, they basically just now have they still have a full strength normal sized army.
Honestly, those French troops are so weak. I'm surprised he hasn't done a bayonet charge.
Yeah, that's true. I think his micro's a little bit split because he has to still worry about this point, because technically, if he loses over here, if somehow the French are able to sally out and break them, I know they do have their general here, but if the French sallied out and breaks them here, they own this point, and then they can hit these guys in the back, which, you know, not exactly what you want. I think I heard the sound of canister there from somewhere. It depends on, personally, where the French artillery are. I think the French might be rotating their... I think they had their elite corps over here. I think they might be rotating them round... Hang on, let me sound whore. Yes. I think they're rotating them round to try and help this left side, Phosphor's army, because Phosphor is currently the one holding the town. The reason why his line was so long, why he got stretched so long, was that he was holding from the town all the way up to this 1 pointer up here. Oh, we have got a charge now in the town. Let's see how it goes. It is a regular musketeer unit versus a 150-man grenadier unit that is getting shot in the side. It's possible. I've seen units lose worse. We also have another charge over here. Looks like they're going to try and go for a grenadier charge on this musketeer unit and catch it with the cavalry. Although all they got was point blank volleyed. They probably could have went for that charge. I think the Russians are too busy focusing on this side to actually pay attention.
Yeah, these big thick Russian lines do act as a sort of a sturdier block to small cavalry forces like that. If you don't form square, you're still charging what, 200-300 men.
Yeah, and it's actually built into the game as well that if you charge a unit that is in a thick chunk, it's not quite a square, but it still gives them a bit more of a bonus than you would if you were thinner. And it looks like I was right actually. Yeah, the fresh Grenadier Corps from Amsh on the right side of the battlefield has counter marks all the way around and arrives. Actually, yeah, two of them are very tired, but they are fresh, and that's what they need. They need something. They need something to flank round because, oh my god, they've counter-flanked the Russians, and now they own the point again.
Oh, good job, a good spot there because that was a disaster for waiting to happen there.
That really was very well played. I mean, right now they're playing with a very weak center, a super weak center. That is going to lose. They need to pull it back because right now, it's too thin.
Yeah, those Russian troops around the middle there, just sitting across from a gap next to them. It's like skanking off, spread so thinly there. Just need to charge them. It's moving away. There's like 5 units of Russian.
Oh, to be fair, I think they're a little bit more focused over here because they are getting charged in the town. Are they? I can't tell if they charged or if the French charged. I think they charged and lost.
The Russian general's on the other side of the battlefield, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and it was mainly Opolchenia and Lightcap that were there, which means that this is a bit of a gap forming here. Yes, like what I think the French player here needs to realize that holding a long front line with a small amount of men isn't going to last. He needs to condense his army, pull back, condense his army, and then continue the flank he's got right now with his grenadiers and cavalry, and that's the end of the game. Oh wow. I wasn't aware of the timer.
Yeah, that must have been why they rushed the middle then, because
yeah, that would make sense.
There was no point. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest here. I'm calling this a French victory. I think this was a TFJ dub because they did lose that house in the backline for a second that the Russians were kind of flanking round, but I mean, the whole thing of it is it behind your army line? Is it in your area of control? And it's not in the area of Russian control at all. The only reason they had any choice of calling for it would be that the end of their line extended to it, but now they're actually getting flanked by the French.
No, it doesn't, in my view. The French counteracted that correctly and spotted that correctly.
Yeah, I think this is a TFG victory. I think we should go and speak to them, see what they're thinking, because I personally, everybody, I'm calling it TFG victory. They were winning by, I think it was 2, 1. It was either 1. I think it was 1 point. Either way, they were. Yeah, if you could grab a screenshot at the last second, that'd be good. But let's join their VCs, have a little chat.
Matches.
Hello, guys.
Oh, hello.
I just want to say that was a very intense battle.
Yeah.
Wow, that was close. You guys fought tooth and nail for every area of that battlefield. That was crazy to watch. Well played, everybody.
Thank you.
However,
Good game.
down to the side that one side's not going to like.
Yeah.
Who won? In my personal view, and I'm asking Tom here to grab a screenshot of just before the battle to check the LOCs. I believe that was a French LOC victory.
It could have been, yeah.
Because it was so that house that the Grenadiers were holding in the backline, by the way, I'm counting that as Russian personally, because it was completely
contested.
Yeah, it was contested was the main thing. But due to the rules of LOC, if it's behind an allied line and if it's encircled, it's technically part of the LOC law of like, okay, it's basically Russian. However, obviously it's contested, quote unquote, because there is still units there, and they're Grenadiers as well, so they are good units. However, either way, whether that house was Russian or not, the grab of that one pointer that was in the backline of the French, where they hooked round the Russian line with a couple of Grenadiers and the cavalry, I'm counting that as very solidly that is their point, because that's behind their line. The Russians don't really have a claim to it. And by that, they would be winning by 1 LOC, even if the Russians had taken that house and it wasn't contested, which is why I'm calling it a TFG victory.
Yeah. Oh my god, after 7 matches, I don't know how many matches.
I think that was the 8th.
Best of 7.
Oh my god.
Best of 7.
No.
No.
You spotted that,
Oh my god.
because lucky
Gremo
you spotted
gang,
that.
you guys, well played.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
You guys gave us a run for our
Honestly,
money.
man.
Yeah, that
That
was
was insane.
that was incredible. I don't want to like I want to make it as clear as possible. That was a incredible battle, and you all played
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah. The double push, man, it got me.
It was very good,
I-
very well timed, very well timed.
Yeah, very well timed. That was a great battle. Everybody played perfectly. And let me get my
I sent you the final screenshot as well.
yeah, I've got my Discord up so they can watch it on stream. But yeah, that was a fantastic battle from both sides. Not only was that a fantastic battle, that was a fantastic set of battles. The first battle, the second battle, and the
Yeah.
third one, really well played by all of you. I could tell you everybody had chosen their factions. They were ready for it. They'd practiced. You've worked together as teams. Unfortunately, Grandma Gang, you guys are out of the race for the final. However, there is a good chance there's going to be a losers bracket because everybody's been asking for it and it's free views. So,
Well,
there will be a losers bracket most likely, and of course, you guys will be there, and you'll be a real mean team to go up against in that losers bracket. But
let's hope.
that was fantastic. Thank you everybody for coming along. Thanks for all of you making the time to play this like 8 times.
Very crazy. Yeah.
But that was yeah, no, that was great. That was really well played by everybody. Honestly, I didn't really see a lot of mistakes in that battle as well. Obviously, you're welcome to look back in it. I was giving my opinion on everything that was being done, obviously, but everybody had good like line thickness. Everybody had good reserves. Everybody had like it was obvious like the coalition's plan of the cavalry. It ended up not really working out for you guys in the best
Yeah.
way because really what won it for the French was the fact that they had the cavalry advantage and they were able to use that in the melees. But for everybody going in with their set tactic, everybody played their tactic to the best it could have been played. So you should all be very, very proud of yourselves for that.
Thank you.
So yeah, that was a great battle.
Best thing is, we got to the finals with memes, so now no one knows what we're gonna be doing for the finals.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, you're gonna be playing
one
something
knows.
ridiculous.
We
So
didn't
that
waste any factions. Oh,
all
beautiful.
this means is
It's gonna be
now.
a-
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great surprise for our opponents if we go for all-line infantry now.
Yeah, if you go for normal armies now.
The real armies will come.
Yeah, so now you need to keep an eye out on what goes on between the Smoking Cats and Kings of Pegao because those are going to be your opponents next.
Indeed.
But yeah, so also as to keep it in note as well for the entire tournament now, TFG, your factions are now banned for the finals, so you can't play as Saxony, Bavaria, or the First French Republic. So
Wait, I thought the third match was not gonna be banned.
oh wait, actually, yeah, no, you're right
Yeah,
because
that
it was the
the
decider,
deal.
yeah.
That's
So
why they played Britain.
so it's Saxony and Bavaria. Both of those factions are banned for you guys now. Actually, sorry, Saxony, Bavaria, and was it
Saxony, Bavaria.
Sweden or Austria?
We,
We just played Bavaria and
No, I swear in
Saxony.
the
yeah, we always
We
had the
were-
same setup.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
we
I
always
thought
had
played
Austria and
Imperial.
Sweden.
We
Oh,
never
it was
played
Austria and Sweden.
Coalition so far.
Sorry, I'm getting confused in my old age. Okay,
No
so
problem.
Bavaria and Saxony are banned for the finals for you guys. But that's 2 minor factions.
Yes.
So you
indeed.
guys have a
You guys have pick of the
very large pick.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
somebody
we're playing 4D chess
someone
here.
just subscribed.
Memes, no main
Yeah.
factions, just wild card now.
Yes.
It's all open.
I'm calling it
Thank
now.
you for the
Grenadier
subscribe
Militia,
there,
new
Dabby.
meta. It's not gonna be memes anymore. It's just gonna be the standard.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I can't wait to see
it's
what
too
you guys
much.
pull out because it's gonna be something filthy. I already know it is. I already
The
know
Russian
it is.
militia spam is coming.
Oh God, please no.
Yeah, it's a little
Watch out,
dangerous that one.
15,000 units.
Yeah.
Finalists.
Well, the problem for you guys now, and the problem for everybody, is that you're going up against very solid opponents, so militia spam is not gonna work.
Yeah, whoever wins our game is going to give you a run for your money, but I am very afraid watching you guys play because you did very, very well. Both teams, actually, but I would have been equally as worried and concerned. Because the light cav player was very good. The heavy cav player was really, really good as well. Yeah, I'm not a really heavy cav player myself, and so seeing that used effectively was quite good. I quite like cav, like the British team, but that's good. It's interesting to see new ideas. So yeah, for sure.
I've been keeping tabs on everybody. I know everybody's play styles now. I'm not gonna reveal anything, but I know everybody's play styles now, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's cool to see. But also, one of the weird things for me is actually seeing TFG's army build is very odd, because normally when you're looking at armies, you're looking at two people just building their own army that they like, and whatever. You guys chose man for man the exact same army builds. Am I right?
Twice in a row. Yeah.
Twice in a row.
It's just this one match.
Okay.
But it's that
And the
army
other.
discipline.
Yeah.
Well, the others had the same factions and similar styles.
So you guys directly, your entire playstyle is to just work together and do the exact, like, it's really cool to see. You don't, in my many thousands of hours, I have not seen people do that. I think I've seen people choose the same armies as, like, I've seen the same armies like maybe twice, and one of those is you guys. So very cool to see. But yeah, the coalition side, Gremo gang, you guys had like the pulling the Breton out with 3 light cav and 1 artillery. That's just an infantry army was ridiculous.
I was surprised how you were able to push 9 men from the spherical cannon to attack me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they were leading the charge down the middle. Also, can we just get a special shout out for the unicorns that battle? Holy shit!
They were the MVPs, honestly.
Yeah, they killed so many people. It was ridiculous. They killed, what was it, 3 cannons, 2 units of cavalry, and like 1,000,000 units of infantry. Right at the start, they killed almost an entire unit of grenadiers.
That is insane.
Yeah, it was. I think they killed 80 men in 1 grenadier unit and 50, 40 in another, and broke one of them.
Yes.
Like from the casualties. Like that was
No, they didn't. They didn't. They were just half the calories. I got them back.
Yeah, no, I swear, no. One of the grenadiers did break, because I saw them break and then run
maybe
off.
temporarily.
Yeah, they might have come back in the back line, but oh my god, they were ridiculous.
Well, I am glad that we have the unicorns out of the way. I'm hoping that Tomic's Chris's opponents will use Russia, and that way we'll be safe.
Yeah, because if they use Russia in the next battle,
that's a good choice. A good
Russia will be completely out of the finals for coalition.
Your opponents,
for your opponents, yeah.
Right. Yeah, well, interesting to see which they pick. We don't quite know yet.
Yeah. Well, I think we're coming to an end on the stream, but is there anything you would like to say, TFJ, now that you have won your semi-finals?
Well, it was definitely hard fought, but again, we were preparing for this, man. We all for the unit, Taskforce Jackal.
Taskforce Jackal.
I'm sure they spammed the chat as well.
Oh, they did. They definitely did. And also, Gremo gang, your last opportunity to say something until the losers bracket. Is there anything you want to say?
It was a good game, honestly. Like a hard fought battle and everything. And the family, they were supporting us from the crowd. We did it for them. Okay, and we'll win next time, I swear.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see if you can claw your way back in the losers bracket. But yeah, well played to everybody. Congratulations to TFJ. Congratulations. Taskforce Jackal is now in the finals, and they'll be going up against either the Smoking Cats or Kings of Pego. But we'll have to see how that goes.
Yes.
But until that happens, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate everybody coming to the stream. And goodbye.